back. Friends.
Okay.
Find me. See if it'll let you join me.
Nope.
God fucking, it always does this. Then we'll join IP. Hi everybody, welcome to bonus content.
Yeah.
We're gonna play.
We're playing Mario Kart.
We're gonna play Mario Kart.
Yeah, we're playing Mario Kart.
For a variety of reasons.
Most of which being I said, hey, we're playing Mario Kart.
So if you are watching live and you want to join, I'm gonna tweet out the tournament code right now. This is a disaster.
All right. Pick a character, bro.
By the way, we're also going over all of our weeks while we do this.
Yeah,
we
could do that.
Dry Bowser. Driest of Bowsers. Actually, no, I'm still going to play Squid Girl.
And this is going to be the only bonus content that we ever do that is going to actually be worse in video. Nobishin's here too. Scott and Tony are here with me.
Hello.
Nobishin, do you have the tournament, the iPeeps tournament thing added to your Mario Kart?
I don't.
All right, I'm about to tweet out the code. So
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Right, because basically no one knows we're doing this.
okay,
Okay.
No.
Mario Kart with us for BC. Here is the tourney code.
How long should we give people? 5 minutes? 10 minutes?
We'll give them 5 minutes. 2, 2.
How about we do your week first? And then we'll get started.
Sure. Let me just tweet. Make sure.
Let's get this shit going first.
Make sure this is out first. Make sure I'm joined. All right, I tweet out. Namaskar. I'm joining the winning team.
I think we joined winning too.
Awesome.
You just got to change that shit to be like regular races because we ain't playing no Shine Thief.
No, it's it's. No, I can't change it. So we're fucked now. We're doing some battle mode. That's fine. Battle mode's really good.
All right. Guess so.
I'm turning the camera.
Yeah, it's gonna look so good.
So fucking.
It looks real good as you're turning it too.
You want to narrate me turning it?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Oh, there's Alex.
Can you see it?
Go up.
I think you may put in the wrong code.
This thing is so tight.
Nobishin says you might have put in the wrong code.
Great.
A little bit more up. Can the whole tripod go up anymore?
I can, yeah.
That's probably a better idea than to angle it up, because then your shot looks dumb. Can we? No, I don't want to leave, but I also don't want to play yet.
What?
Why is it starting?
I don't know.
Oh, it's because people joined.
Oh God, Alex.
I'm
Oh,
sorry
boy.
that I have to figure all this out on the fly. Hey, we should play Mario Kart.
We should. It's a great idea.
How are we doing?
Okay, so you need to go right more. Other right.
What's left?
Okay. A little bit more. A little bit more. You're there. All right, angle down just a tad. Yeah, a little bit more to the left. Well, the left that was correct last time. There you go. That's good enough.
It's good enough. I'll take it.
Also, everything's backwards.
That's fine. It
What
looks backwards
even is
for
this?
us.
What? This is battle mode, Scott. It's Shine Thief. So someone has to pick up the shine, and then if one team holds the shine for 30 seconds, they win, or a total of 30 seconds.
I think I stole it from my own team. Is that possible?
I don't know.
I think the code is right, Albashin.
I mean, I put it in like numerous times and it's just not working.
All right, let me see. I'll go through my pictures and see if I can find when I originally tweeted
What?
it.
I thought the... Okay. I guess not.
0990-2215-1211.
Oh, you said 0980.
Oh, that's fine. All right, let me just download this picture.
There it is.
Eat shit.
No, I don't want to see this tweet's activity.
What?
It was pulling up stats. If you want...
God, this mode's so boring.
Oh, it's great when you got a bunch of people in a Discord.
That's probably fair.
If you want to play with us for IP 329 bonus content...
I don't even know what I'm doing here.
I'm backing up, so Squid Girl looks at me.
Join R20. What's happening? Not on your tube.
Your tube? It's everyone's tube.
Where did I tweet this fucking YouTube link?
I want to make a restaurant that serves only popcorn, and the name of the restaurant will be Corn Hub.
All right, that's pretty good.
You think it's a pretty good business plan?
I think it's solid at the very least.
All right, we're gonna win. I got this.
All
shit.
right, were you able to join Nomishin?
A
B.
Winner.
Fuck yeah, Squid
Bitch.
Girls.
Communication errors
Hope he's
occurred.
stealing my letter.
Kick me because I'm stationary.
We can take the opportunity to change what the fuck this tournament even does.
Well, I put out the code, and we'd have to change the whole code if I did that.
Wait,
so,
really? You can't just edit a tournament once you make it? It's just there forever.
I can try, but I don't think so. Yeah.
Hey, there's an option.
Yeah, you can't.
Really? It's fucking weird.
Sorry, we're doing it.
What do
I do have to join the losers team though now. I think
Why?
the winners team is full.
Have 3 people?
It said 5 were in there.
I see 3.
Yeah, I see 3. Am I included as a guest?
What do you mean? Yeah, you're Tony 2, I guess.
Yeah. So no, he's in there as Saitama.
Oh, okay.
I was wondering.
I don't know if it's just gonna let me join because
What do you mean?
you guys are going. It might be better if people just join on me. That's. Let me see. Yeah.
Saitama stole the shine.
Maybe we should like looked up how to do tournaments first.
Yeah, probably.
That's
mean,
fine.
Yeah, it's
Since
fine.
when have we ever planned anything?
So you guys want to know how my week went?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My computer died forever.
Yeah.
That was terrible. And I don't know. I had a rough week. I had a lot of downs. You know,
Yeah.
you have some ups, you have some downs. Sometimes you have to play Shine Thief for the rest of your life.
If you collide with someone carrying this shrine, do you take it from them?
If you hit them with a mushroom at top speed, yeah,
Right.
you steal it. They don't drop it. You just take it.
Got it.
So you don't have to pick it up.
Wrench it out of their cold fingers.
Wrench it out of their cold, dead cock. I wish I could like autofocus this so it doesn't look like a bright mess.
Right?
It looks surprisingly not the
Not
worst,
terrible.
but it is a nice webcam. So the webcam is up very high. Also.
It is.
It's pretty great. But yeah, my computer broke. I ordered a new computer.
Yeah.
It was very expensive. But it should hopefully be with me by the time we record next week. If not, then by the time. So for folks listening, or for watching, I guess, this terrible, terrible archive, we're recording next week, and then we're probably not recording the week after,
Yeah.
because that's the week that Nabish and I will be in San Francisco. And then the week after that will be the week just before E3.
Mm-hmm.
And NATO Johnson should be here in Maryland. So that could be fun.
I won't be though.
You won't. No, you're just here for this week.
Right.
People can't even see you. They can see you reflected in the TV a little bit, though.
Just a little bit.
Somebody joined.
Hey.
I can't join, but somebody could.
Why can't you?
I don't know.
Try now since we're in the lobby.
All right, I'll try now.
I'll delay picking a stage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've got some fun time plans. Jake James Lugo is going to join us next week.
Mm-hmm.
He's from the Coalition. His YouTube channel is called Gamers with Gains. I don't know if people have heard of it. No, I don't want to fucking make a new tournament. I don't know if it's gonna let me join. View standings though.
Join.
I'll show you. This one is done before. Select my card,
Let's go.
and then it puts me in a lobby by myself.
Aha. We got Stark in here.
Oh, Trevor's in here.
Oh yeah, Trevor.
That's hard.
I didn't
Cool.
know
What do you think it would be?
Trevor like got a Switch and he didn't tell anyone.
Yeah, he just decided to start showing up.
Yeah, he played with us the other night. I got some good Mario Kart stories that we'll tell on the show.
He
So
has
right-
posted that he got a Switch
All right,
online.
I didn't see it.
Fuck.
I was like, when Trevor joined NATO and I after the podcast last week, I was like, what the fuck is Trevor doing in Mario Kart? I was very confused. That and I was like unsure if it was him for a while because he never joined our chat channel. And then I was like, is this you? And he's like, yeah. And he said, I'm just not in a chatty mood. And I was all sad.
Got it.
Hey.
Hey.
Now it's time to defend Tony.
You know what?
Later, nerds.
I'll hang out in the tourney and then we'll see.
See what happens.
Yeah.
See what it do.
What it do?
I got my banana friends to protect me. I'm fucking set.
But sometimes you can still get red shelled through that, can't you?
It will hit the bananas.
Roger Picorni in the chat said, "This is not
Sometimes.
a Twitch gaming stream, guys."
It's pretty good.
No, it's not.
No, it's let's say it's a little
Right.
less professional.
How dare you
Oh, I'm
assume
sorry.
that our stream is anything less than professional?
It's less.
Dude,
It's a
but-
net less.
Dude, I got this hot crown on right now,
You do. You
Okay.
do have a crown.
and I've held this shine for 28 seconds, 29 seconds. Fuck.
Oh shit! And the number goes up too.
Snark Stark,
Yeah, blue team.
Yeah,
I'm
but
back
he's
with my
he's getting
fucking
red shelled.
shine.
He joined the losers team.
Get that shine, dude.
I passed it, unfortunately.
Fuck.
Ooh, blue team
Isabel.
died again.
Isabel's like the worst comm when you play
Damn
by
it.
yourself. She always wins.
My
Aha, there we
Pink
go.
Gold Peach, let's
friend of
go.
the show, Max Roberts, only ever plays Isabel.
I'm just like standing next to it.
She pink, rose gold, pink.
Yeah.
Peach just jumped
Hey.
over that shell. All right, I'm in the lobby, so maybe if you guys come back, I'll be able to join.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
We'll
hopefully.
see. We'll see.
How's your week been, Tony?
How has
It's
your
been
week been?
it's been a week. I worked a lot, and then I got on a plane. Here I am. My sister's wedding was yesterday.
How'd that go?
Went well.
Did she get married?
She did, in fact, get married. Leave and try and join again, because we're sitting in the lobby.
I'm gonna try.
Or just join me. We're friends.
I can't.
What do
I
you
don't
mean?
think that's how it works.
Yeah, that's how I got in.
That's like a friend lobby. That's how you got in?
That's how I got in when I joined this thing for the first time.
All right, well,
Well, if this doesn't work, yeah, that'll work.
we'll try.
X. I'm using tilt controls.
There he is.
Good fucking
I'm using tilt controls.
dirty ass motherfucker.
Join I
liar,
peeps.
Piece of shit.
Watch
I
it still
could use
put you in an empty
tilt
room.
controls right now. You're spectating. That's,
It's 'cause-
that's fine.
Yeah.
I can watch from my Switch. I'll put it in kickstand mode. Was the ceremony nice?
Yeah, they were down like on a beach.
Is it weird that your younger sister is now married?
No,
Is it? It's not?
no, it's not weird because they've been like engaged for like 2 years or whatever. So
Okay.
they're, it's just like they did a thing. So now they're forever engaged.
Okay. Well, in holy matrimony and something, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. You did it by the beach.
Yeah, and then it was nice.
Did you get fucking trashed?
No.
Did you want to?
Yeah. That's like the best part about going to a wedding.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. One of my coworkers was talking about some head count fee is like $55, open bar, top shelf alcohol,
Yeah.
and free food, or like food included with that. I'm like, that sounds all right. Like I can make all my wedding guests pay $55, and then we're all getting fucking wasted.
Yeah, dude.
That sounds.
That's
A-okay
what, I
to
think
me.
that's what you do if you have like a semi-smaller wedding, you know.
Yeah.
Hey,
How big was this one?
I sniped someone with a fireball.
There were 100 people there.
Okay.
So it was like a normal sized wedding.
That sounds significant.
Yeah.
I always imagine like a small wedding to be like 8 people.
Right.
Like only the necessary.
Yeah, there were outside of the wedding party, there were 40 guests on the groom side and
seems
40
to be an
guests on
issue
the bride
here.
side.
You can get up the slopes on the side things, Scott.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, that's smart. Like if you go get the shine, and then you just fucking drive up.
Yeah,
there
that's
and
what-
sit there.
That's what Nato Johnston did to me once, and he's a piece of shit. I haven't been to a wedding since my cousin's wedding, like 10 years ago. It feels like.
Yeah.
It's not been that long, but I was like,
Look at this fucking guy. It's like he heard what I said.
I was 19. Probably. So yeah, that was still 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Good chunk of time. Oh, do you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a good time. I was there 2 days ago to set up everything, and it was really fucking hot. And then it was really nice weather on the actual day. So I'm glad that stuff worked out.
Nate, when I was talking shit about him, he's in the chat right now. He said, "Glad I just tuned in."
Yep.
Yeah, he can feel it. He can sense it in his balls.
I can feel it. I can see it.
When he's talking shit. I'm just
Closer.
excited. Oh, look, I'm here now. Is
Yeah,
Saitama, Nobshin?
Saitama is Scott.
I know. He's hanging out.
All right. Hey, Nabashin, I have a question for you.
What's
I
up?
think I asked you this already. Saitama versus All Might. Who wins?
Is All Might that guy who's your background on the...
Yeah,
okay.
he's the hero from My Hero Academia.
What? When did you start watching that?
I watched like the whole thing in the last like week and a half.
Okay.
But Danny had wanted me to watch it, and I was watching I'd watch like the new episodes with Griffin, so I was just like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna watch it." So here we are.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm all caught up on it now. I really do like it. Yeah, my question is Saitama or All Might, who's gonna win?
It's more likely to just be because it's kind of a weird question type of thing. It's kind of like that episode of Dragon Ball Super where Vegeta fought Aurelie from I forget what it's called, but it's two different things. So
Yeah.
you had to like play the rules of one world and play the rules of another world.
Yeah, their worlds are just completely different. But
But if I would have guessed, like it would probably be Saitama, honestly.
yeah, I think so too. Everyone in Vegas seems to like disagree with me, and they're all like, "No, it would have to be All Might." And I'm like, "How are you ever gonna defend that?" It's like the most powerful being in the entire like One Punch Man universe came to fight Saitama, and Saitama barely broke a sweat fighting him. Still won in one punch.
I mean, the thing is like, his name is One Punch Man. Like,
Yeah.
he's
Like
tantamount to a god. Like he's unbeatable.
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
it's not a competition. It's he could go up against Superman, Goku, Batman, everyone, anywhere in any universe ever, and the joke is he is unbeatable.
Yeah, and-
so like it would be dumb if he lost.
Yeah,
honestly.
and to be clear, I'm talking about All Might at the peak of his power, not All Might in.
Fuck you, Tony.
5 minutes, it'll be a skinny man again.
yeah.
Right.
So I mean, I've never watched My Hero Academia, but
You should. It's very good.
I know I should. It's not that I don't want to.
Yeah, I hear you.
I just like I.
You also really want to play this war of mine. I get it.
Yeah, you know,
Yo, these bombs were lit. Whoever threw those. That was
yeah,
good.
it was me and one other person on my team. I really want to play this war of mine, and
You really need to do is forget all about that game and play
Is it not-
Valhalla because I know you still haven't.
Free like a few months ago?
yeah, it was free. I have it.
I think
I have
do
it
too.
on PC though, so like,
But he also bought Valhalla, and I think that in the grand scheme of things, you'll like that game more.
oh, I'm
than-
sure.
So I really want you to play that. Nobshin knows. Alex would love that fucking game.
Game's lit.
It's so good.
Game is lit.
Lit as
Yo,
fuck.
Nabashin, how excited are you to be around Roger McCorney just unironically saying lit all the time?
Lit.
See, like when I just said lit, like I realized like I never say that.
Yeah,
Like,
you
that was
don't.
probably the first time I've ever said
Threw
that.
me off
Yeah,
that game.
so like, yeah, like any reason to be around Roger, really, all the justified. So
Yeah,
that'd be
absolutely.
great.
It's gonna be, man, what a week. I have to stay. So I found out this week that in San Francisco I will be staying at Barrett's with Roger and Danny, and the three of us are sharing the living room, and it's just gonna be a goddamn nightmare.
Can we? Is this always going to be Shine Thief?
Yep.
Fucking feels bad.
I like listen when I set up this tournament, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
So what we should do?
You can make a friend room.
I'm gonna do that. Fuck this room.
No, we're trapped.
I'm gonna leave.
I'm gonna lose 10 points off my Mario Kart record.
Oh no. Look, I have 10 points right now, so like it's fine.
It's all right. We'll make it through. This tournament's very important to me.
Just want to raise.
How was your week, Scott?
Pretty good.
Thank you for hosting, Namishin. I'm dying on the inside right now.
All right, everyone,
It was
abandon
finals
this
week
fucking
last
room.
week, so it was kind of rough. Okay.
We abandoned the room.
So
You have one more final left, though, Scott.
I have one more final left. It's tomorrow. It's the easiest final I've had to take all semester.
Yeah.
Which,
How do I?
let me tell you, my final soup was garbage for me. Every time I got the date 4 days before the final of when it was happening, and then I had a class of instruction the previous class.
Oh, so it's just
No-
like,
no
hey, here's how to
review.
take this test.
No review. Barely any warning time. And a fuck ton of shit to cover
Yeah.
with next to no preparation time.
Do you think you did well on them?
I think I did fairly good,
Okay.
but
I'll take it.
I was put into a situation where I could have aced every single one of them had I had 2 more days per test,
Okay.
which is
Fair enough.
generally all I would ask for then is, all right, hey, the final, hey, this is when it is, just a week earlier.
Yeah. How about like we start talking about the fact that I have to take this test sooner. Like
Right.
we address the elephant in the room a little bit.
Yeah.
Man. I know a lot of people going through finals week, and I've never been more happy that I'm fucking done with school. Like it's just like another one of those things that I just don't have to fucking worry about anymore. Even if I end up ultimately being a failure in life because I didn't get my 4-year degree, as society will tell me,
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll be all right.
Tweet that shit, my dude.
What? Oh, just to join on Tony? What's your
Or,
friend count?
no, join on you because you're in the room. People have yours more than they have mine.
People want to play.
But my friend code is pinned to my Twitter profile. So
Then
But has it been like a struggle, Scott? To like just get prepared for it?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
well, like yeah.
There's no time. I had a pretty big project due in the middle of all of it. And it was just a lot of stuff to cover.
finals are always kind of like a stressful situation.
Yeah, but generally, in my experience, I've always had a week out, a full week out, to say, hey, I can plan this a week ahead, and even if I don't get to it before 2 days, I'm not planning for them. I'm not changing my plans for tomorrow's final because I found out about my other final today.
Right.
Which is what happened. Because like the first big thing of bullshit that happened was we finished one of my classes just 1 day early.
Mm-hmm.
We got rid of everything. He's like, all right, finals next class.
Oh, that's cool.
All right.
That's not cool.
No, because you don't have time to prepare for it.
That's not cool at all.
I like taking tests like the earlier the better though. I'm not like a studier, so I'm crazy though.
I never studied.
Scott's like, fuck you guys. So like if I could just knock it out earlier, then I'm good. Like did he use that he could have used that extra class to like do a prep though. So
He could have used that extra class to do a prep. He
So
could have.
I understand why you're upset.
Right, so it's all basically all of my finals were early.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Okay, so 2 of them were before class actually ended.
Oh.
And then one of them was early. One of them's normal time.
Okay.
So,
Is the one that's normal time the one that's tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That sucks. That does suck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Scott.
So the class that was a normal one of the class that was had early.
You really like that fucking dolphin
Early,
course.
not before the class time, had a project due in the middle of the two finals.
Great.
Yeah.
That's,
So
see, you can't do that. You can't get the best. You can't, as a teacher, be like, you're gonna turn in this project, and I'm gonna fuck you on this final.
well, no, it's different classes.
Oh, okay.
Different classes.
I thought it was the same class.
No, it
I'm a
was.
bad listener,
it was.
Scott.
I'm not. I'm being real vague here.
Okay.
So it was. It was the.
It's happening also, Scott.
Oh well.
This
Are
is
we
a-
actually racing?
Yeah,
this
this is
time?
a race.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, it's on.
So basically, what happened was both of those tests got screwed because of that project. Because of course, that is a project that's worth more than the test, more than the other final I had to take.
Yeah, so it's like, well, should I study for this final? No, I probably pour my soul into this project and then die a little on the inside.
Scott, no! Why me? I'm in third.
Because you're in third.
Damn, Nalbashin, that was fucking savage what you just
and
did.
there you go. One for you too, Alex.
Fuck you.
What did I do?
Oh, when you like crossed in front of me, something
off
like
too.
went right off from behind you and hit me.
Oh,
Like, did you have like a banana trailing behind you?
green shell.
Yeah, it fucking nailed me. So
What if we like change the format of Rational Passions
to Mario Kart 8
to
format.
us play? We just play Mario Kart the whole time, every week.
No,
That would be
guys.
bad.
That would be a terrible.
that would
People
be
actually
awful.
listen to our podcast now, and you want to fuck it all up, huh?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I can't handle it. It's
it's too much pressure.
Yeah.
Well, you're not. It's not like you're on the fucking show anyway. So,
all right.
all right. Ooh.
Although broadening bonus content like this, I don't think would be such a bad idea.
No, I think this is fine.
All right.
If we
Bullet
actually
Bill.
could set it like with my new
Bullet Bill.
computer.
Damn
I'll,
it.
I'll hopefully be able to actually.
I tried to fuck you.
Set it. I'm about to fuck the person in first place, so it's all good.
It's an option. I kept throwing red shells at him, and he kept not getting hit by them. So
Yeah, I think like if we could actually do like a legitimate stream,
yeah.
not my fucking webcam tilted at the goddamn screen right now.
I mean, I'm down. I'm down to fucking chill with my dudes while I'm here in Maryland. It's like half the reason why I'm here for more than one day.
No, I understand. I'm glad we got to hang out. We had a like cute little dinner today.
Yeah.
Scott showed up. We weren't
did.
sure if Scott would be able to make it.
Yeah, to dinner. I would have been here either way.
Yeah. But to dinner.
Scott bought Dark Athena, so there's that.
Oh my god! I swear to God, with this,
We should probably not talk about that right now.
We'll talk about that during the podcast.
How about we just don't?
We could also not. Anyway, so aside from
Fuck you,
aside
Dobson!
from finals,
Yes.
the weekend has been pretty much preparing the house so I can move back in.
Okay.
Oh, so it's not destroyed anymore.
So, no, it's almost complete.
Good.
I could probably send you guys pictures, but fuck you.
Okay. I mean,
All right.
I like pictures. You know how I do with selfies. Nabashin, you need to come out and play with us when we do our like Mario Kart. I lost my words. I died a little on the inside.
When we do our Mario
Extravagant.
Kart.
Like, what the fuck are you trying to say?
When we do like Nate and I will get together on a Discord and play Mario Kart. Fucking Barrett is about to play Mario Kart with us, and he can't be on the podcast anymore.
What a guy.
What a guy! What a man! No, he's about to be on somebody else's show, so that's why.
Right.
Sorry that I kind of
This
messed
is
that
gonna be
up.
the last
fine.
week.
It's your fault. I
This is
hate
gonna be
you.
the last week I'm out of the house.
That's good. So you'll have more privacy. You'll be able to use your computer again.
I could-
Shave his goddamn
I could
face.
use maybe.
You are rocking the beard right now, though.
Yeah,
I'll
right.
say.
I was a little taken aback.
Well, Scott had told me that he had a beard.
I got a mini beard. Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't like the full
No, this is
girth man beard.
Girth
Okay, yeah.
fan?
Not to be confused with Jeff Gersman.
Yeah.
Tony, you got to get the coins. They raise your
Fuck
max
no.
speed.
Fuck coins.
They raise your maximum total speed.
No, if I learned anything from Mario Party, as soon as you get coins, Bowser takes them all away unless you're Dan.
Nabashin, how's your week been?
It's actually been somewhat stressful. Like
Yeah.
everything is like like
fuck you.
yeah. Like everything is coming to like working like super hard, and like all these extra hours are coming to an end. But like it was like today that like it actually like took a toll on me, and just like all this came rushing all at once. It's like god damn, like I'm just so tired. I just want to stop.
Yeah, I know that.
But like yeah, but because I was trying to make sure this thing was like totally gonna happen like texting my friend, like, did you get the things? Did you get the things? Like, I'm in line, like I'm trying to make sure. And like, props to my friend, my good friend Tony. Like,
Yeah, I really fucking worked hard, you know.
Not this good friend Tony, different good friend Tony.
I gotta make that joke every time.
I know. I appreciate it. He pulled it for us too.
Yeah, like Tony's always been like the guy who I can like ask for like pretty much anything, and he'll be like, like, okay, we'll see how it works. Like there was one time like God, it was like when we were like 17, 18 or whatever. We had our cars and whatever, and like
Blue shell.
what was it? Oh, I had a car inspection, but like
I thought a piranha would block a red shell. No.
Car inspection.
Car inspection.
Yeah, I had a car inspection, but like my tires were like kind of almost totally bald for whatever reason. Like I don't know, like whatever reasons I had.
It's just been a while since you gotten them replaced. Or whatever.
Yeah. And like my dad like specifically said like I'm not replacing them. Like he needs to buy new tires. I'm like I don't have money for that. So I was like I called up Tony. I'm like, hey man, you mind if I just like switch my tires with your tires?
Oh my god!
Just try to pass inspection. And he was like okay, like I guess.
I can't say no. I guess like shit.
I mean, I'm not gonna put them on there, but if someone were to put it on my car, I couldn't complain.
That is like a true bro move. Like
yeah. And like we started doing it and everything like that, but like after we got like maybe like the first tire off, like this is stupid. Like just forget it. And so we just put it right back in, and then I went to the inspection and like it passed. Just say, hey, your tires are kind of old, you need to change them. Like, okay, thank you. So,
yeah.
need to do that at all, but like Tony's always been there for me for dumb stuff like that.
That's cool. Yeah, no, I mean, it was your idea to do this thing too, and it's a good idea.
I have a Snapchat from
Props to you,
Danny
for
Juarez.
having such a sweetheart idea.
Yeah, like I don't even know where that came from, bro. Like I was at work, I was bored, I was thinking this stuff. I'm like, that'd be a cool thing to do, and like it just kind of happened. So
yeah, no, it's awesome. I can't wait.
It was a quality tweet from Danny Juarez.
Sorry, we just got a Snapchat from Danny Juarez where he is talking to the Death Doctor in Persona 5.
And the subtext, like the thing he typed is, "I'm gonna fuck her."
I wonder if he knows that you can. So this is
might not.
This is gonna be very interesting to see how far this goes.
Danny didn't send me one, asshole.
Yeah, what a fucking piece of shit. He didn't send it to me either, so
That's all right.
it's fine. It's just
I mean, he just likes me more than you.
I know. Okay.
So Nabashin, I feel like I should let you know I accidentally found out about Alex's love interest today.
Yeah, it's my phone background. He saw it. He's like, I saw this.
I saw something I shouldn't have.
Yeah. So now the secret's really coming out.
Yeah,
Well,
no Travis says no. Well, you know Alex says I don't want to know yet.
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
The only person whose I know is Alex.
I don't know Tony's. I told him not to tell me. I do know Justin's. I'm gonna admit that here.
Well, he just flat told you, or like it's just obvious.
We were very drunk. It was not obvious. I'll say that. We were very drunk, and he's like, "I need to talk about this with someone," and I was like, "All right." So I told him mine as well. And
okay.
He agreed that I'm going to get endless shit for it. So, and I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna get that no matter what." So
Come on with these red shells, guys.
I have 3. I had to use them at some point.
ooh, God, my green shell blocked it though.
I also have my love interest as my phone background as well, so it works out.
I did too until
We're
shortly
too similar,
before
Alex.
coming here.
Sorry. Well, I forgot about Justin though. I'll appreciate you guys will appreciate this. He like changed his PS4 theme. He changed his phone lock screen and background before he came to see me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, he
went the extra mile.
Yeah,
I
just changed my phone background.
and then he just got drunk and told me. So we were both very drunk though, to be fair. So I don't know, like it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just really excited for us to all be able to talk about it.
Yeah.
And then for people on the internet to give me shit for it for the rest of my life.
Everyone's always gonna get shit.
Especially me.
No,
Even though I have no stake in it whatsoever.
Scott, you need to play Persona.
no one tweets at Nabashin and says you're a piece of shit for liking Chie. Okay, that's all I'm saying. People do that to me.
I do have my theory about Nabashin though.
Yeah.
that I have made known to.
Oh, I've got
Alex.
many theories for everyone. Now I know. No, I don't know yours though, Tony. So
Nope.
I can talk about my theory on the podcast.
Yeah, that would be
For
like
me?
a good.
Fuck. I think that's the last race.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that should
probably.
be good.
That's a good segment for the podcast. Who do you think I like?
Who do you think I like?
So
a
are we
lot?
gonna change that camera back now?
Yeah.
Get fucked.
No, we're
Barrett.
just gonna leave it on my turned off TV. It's actually not Barrett playing; it's Alyssa. So
Get fucked, Alyssa.
poor Alyssa. No, there's one more race. Let's we should call it here though.
Yeah, we should call it here.
We gotta play Rainbow Road.
We've been going for 35 minutes, so that's usually a cutoff for bonus content.
Yep.
All right, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Let me, I mean, I was gonna say bye.
I forgot that it was on the TV. I was like, I can take this out and nothing will happen.
Thanks for playing. Now what? Now I go home, right?
Yeah, now you go home.
And have a podcast from the plane.
You wish.
No.
And not give a fuck what the flight attendants tell you.
Like,
put it in airplane mode like a piece of shit.
if it was supposed to be in airplane mode, it wouldn't work on the airplane. Oh God, hold on. Let me
Don't fucking start another game, Tony.
just come down. Oh man, this is an experience. Keep going. There we go. You're pretty straight on it right now. So see Scott's whole butt.
All of it?
All of it?
Damn.
Turn off Shovel Knight.
I just wanted the music, man.
Just want your face in,
Turn this
in my
off
butt. Now, Machine, you got Audacity ready?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go grab a drink. Do you want more water, Tony?
Please. Thank you.
I'm good.
All right. I saw that you hadn't finished yet, Scott. That's the only reason I did that. I promise, baby.
Baby.
So Tony, I betrayed you.
What?
I said I betrayed you.
What'd you do?
Fucking peek over.
You started doing the thing without me?
I started doing the thing without you.
Why? You spent more stamina for no reason. I got a text message. Invite sent Nabishin. Damn. I mean, I'll just put this here, and you decide to not be a bad friend, then join up.
All right. Might take a few years.
So I went out and bought an Amazon Echo this last week,
Okay.
just cause. Oh wait, no, you knew this. I talked about it last.
Yeah, you did. You talked about it.
I guess it was 2 weeks ago then.
Yeah.
Um,
You were on last week, weren't you?
I was.
Yeah.
Yours is so bubbly.
It is seltzer water.
Why?
Sprint Ranch has ruined me as a human.
He's like, you should drink the water that has bubbles in it. And you're like, oh yeah,
It is. Well, like I'm not drinking soda anymore,
yeah,
at least for the time being.
good call.
Um,
Just sugar.
So like, yeah, exactly. It's just poison in my body.
Yeah,
So I'm like on green tea, juice, and seltzer water because
and not tonic water, right?
not tonic water. No,
Yeah,
because
that would be.
that kind of
Roy?
it fills in the gap of that.
It would just be defeating the purpose at that point.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, we are done.
Yeah, you don't need any quinine. I think is what it is.
Yeah, I was looking at a bottle when I was getting the seltzer water, and I was
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck is in this?" It was like something with an F.
With Quinine,
Sure.
quinine or quinine.
Quinoa.
Yeah, with quinoa in it.
Sorry, I'm tweeting out that we're doing the real show
Do you
now.
have a lightning cable? Mine's phone good.
No, I have none in this house.
Yeah, I figured
yes,
you
I have.
probably
I have a lightning cable.
Hey, can I borrow your lightning cable?
Yes, you may.
You just,
It won't fit on your computer though.
you have everything.
We're
plugged
using
in?
both USB ports.
Fucking, there are 3.
There are two. It's an HDMI port.
That's on the other. The HDMI's on that side.
No, it's not.
Isn't it?
I'm looking at it. What the fuck? You're like,
I thought there were 3.
No, it's just the 2. Real show begins now. Nabishin, can you think of a bet? Because I'm like computerless and depressed.
I will think of a bet after I think of an intro because I still haven't thought of one yet.
Okay. Scott, I'm gonna come over there and adjust you really quick. Just so that when you talk to us, we'll be looking at the microphone.
Well, I wasn't gonna turn my head to face you, cause fuck you.
You did that during the bonus content twice.
I started the show, guys.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's the wrong song for the beginning of the show.
All right, hold on.
No, I gotta do it.
Wrong one. We're gonna get a copyright strike on this. I can argue it though because Danny said we could.
That's what I'm
use
saying.
music.
Yeah, we're all right.
Okay. You guys ready?
Gotta give him those Spotify plays, my dude.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Nabishin, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. On 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This thing's gonna die in like 2 seconds.
So wait a second. Will they throw a copyright strike even?
Yeah, because like the algorithm that senses it doesn't know that we are like legally allowed to use his music.
Mm-hmm.
So then when they put this, it's not like a claim. It's not gonna like take it down, but it's like, hey, we might silence this, or you can't monetize this video because it has this music in it, and then I can send them a message saying like, copyright holder said I could use this music for this purpose.
Right.
So.
And then they're like, "Oh, whoops!"
No, and then a person.
But it takes like 7 months.
Yeah, a person from YouTube never responds. That's what happens. How you feeling, Tony?
Feeling good.
Feeling good.
Feeling lit.
Sound
Summer night.
Good. 2 a.m. summer night. Driving drunk. Hand out. I'm gonna take off the jacket and get a little sexy in here.
So sexy.
All right. Oh shit! Your computer doesn't say the date. That's where I get the date. Is on my computer every time. Sunday, May 21st. Okay, it's all right. No, it's fine. There it is. It is Sunday, May 21st, 2017, and you are listening to the Irrational Passions podcast. I am your host, Alex O'Neill, and with me this week is Scott Guthier,
Hello.
Tony Horvath,
Hey.
and over the internet is Brian Nabishin Jackson.
Don't you put that evil on me, you Ricky Bobby! Don't you put that spell on me!
I'm enchanting you with my fizzy water.
Okay, go out. Did you buy some San Pellegrino?
I did not buy Sam Pellegrino.
should.
Samantha Pellegrino.
Yeah.
I just got Harris Teeter brand seltzer water.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. It tastes like water with bubbles.
Yeah.
Honestly, I expected you to have LaCroix.
I deeply considered it, but like, so I watched that. There's a Game Grumps video where they did a LaCroix taste test.
And Ross was awful the whole time.
And Ross was like, "This is terrible. This is all awful." And I'm like sitting there like, I've had flavored seltzer water, and I was severely unimpressed.
Yeah, it tastes like water with maybe a drop of something in it.
Yeah, it's not as good as Propel,
No.
but it's carbonated. So I don't know. I was watching that, and I'm sitting in the grocery store because they're right next to each other.
Right.
And I'm like, I could be one of those.
You want to be a LaCroix boy?
Yeah, I could be a LaCroix boy. And I know, and like through this podcast and through our followers and everything, I know a lot of people that love the LaCroix. Dustin Furman, who's been on the show, he likes it quite a bit. Jake Nichols, who occasionally writes in, he has some incredible can popping LaCroix videos. And I just don't know if I'm ready to be one of them.
Just don't.
To join the Legion.
Just don't.
Tony's here.
Hi.
In Maryland.
Yep.
Welcome back
Thanks.
to the motherland. And we got a good show lined up for everybody. It's 3:29. Next week's 3:30, and then the week after that, we are taking the week off, presumably, unless you two want to do something.
We could.
We're going to talk about Puzzle Dragons for 4 hours.
Fuck that.
While playing Puzzle Dragons.
That or we could just stream pub.
We could do that.
For podcast listeners and video viewers alike, my computer is broken. I use the computer to edit the podcast. Tony's computer we are recording on right now. Tony will be editing this episode of the podcast.
I'll do something. On the plane, probably.
Probably. Just throw that shit together.
Yeah.
just burn it to the ground.
Yep.
Hopefully before the plane. Oh, I guess you fly out Tuesday night.
Tuesday night. Yeah.
So
it'll be us before then.
yeah. And hopefully we'll get it up on time. And I new computers ordered, so hopefully we will. I will be back in the groove of editing things, but until then, I trust Tony. He's edited the show before. It'll be fun.
And it was the best show that we've ever put out. So.
I don't know about that.
As far as editing, at least, yeah. There's a real production value that went into that episode.
Some fucking declarative statements went in that episode. That's for sure. I'm trying to think anything else people need to know. We won't have a show in 2 weeks. Got a guest lined up for next week. We had a guest for this week, but he couldn't make it because we had to push this to Sunday because your sister got married.
Yep.
Tony's sister. I'm pointing at Tony. So that's fine. It happens. You guys want to talk about video games?
I mean, I'm down.
Nothing went up on the site. There's some stuff going up soon. I don't know if I can say that we have that game, so I don't want to risk it. So, Logan's review of What Remains of Edith Finch did go up this week, and it's a really good review. Like he, for you guys, because you guys don't edit everything that posts on the website.
Nope.
He's like a very good descriptive writer. He's like a lot of his feature pieces are a lot like being like reading a book, honestly, like kind of setting a scene and painting an image and doing that with the review of a game like Edith Finch, which is very visual and uses a lot of visual metaphors. Like he leaned into that in a way that I think really worked for that review. I've not played Edith Finch, but he liked it quite a bit, and I very much want to play it. Not maybe a game for either of you guys, but
Yeah, well.
you win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really good review. I think it's his first review for the site. Fun fact, even though Logan's been writing for us for like almost a year now.
Yeah, they like that.
But yeah, it's cool to see his writing applied to a review format, and it's worth a read even if you're maybe not necessarily interested in Edith Finch. Let's talk about video games.
Do we want to promote the thing that we're doing? That's pretty much
Um,
almost finalized after your computer situation is fixed.
Which thing? The spoiler cast. That's right. We're doing a Persona 5 spoiler cast. We've talked about it a few weeks in the past. Tony Nabashin and I, as well as Justin Graffius, who's on a couple weeks ago or last week. Shit. And Travis Baum, who's never actually been on an episode of IP, still in the 4-year gap since the Persona 4 spoiler cast, which was his first appearance on IP and his last appearance on IP. So essentially, Nabashin, Justin, Travis, and I were the Persona 4 Golden spoiler cast. Now we're bringing Tony into the fold, and that will be the Persona 5 spoiler cast. I feel like I want people to send us questions and things like that, but I don't necessarily have a forum for that quite yet. I will probably tweet something out and use a specific hashtag, and then maybe people can get questions in that way.
Hashtag IP5Q.
IP5Q. Maybe that we could use that. We're narrowing down when we're going to do it. It might be next weekend. It might be before or after. Probably after. It might be after E3 at the end of everything, just because of my computer situation. But we're going to try. And that's going to go up on the podcast feed, and it's going to be a video as well. So that is coming soon. And I know it's been like a month and a half since Persona came out, but that's fine.
I mean, it took me most of that time to play it.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Same here. So we'll have that. That's gonna be a good show. I'm very excited for that. I know a lot of people really want to be on our spoiler cast for that, and I'm sorry that we can't have everyone on. But like I said, I'm still, when I have more time and a computer, I'm willing to explore the idea of doing multiple like Persona 5 chats. Dustin Furman and I actually threw around the idea of like doing one-on-one, and Namish and I have been maybe trying to do one forever. And I might die before it happens at this point. But we're gonna try.
Yeah.
So let's talk about video games.
All right.
Tony, what you been playing?
Gosh, just Mario Kart, I guess.
Really?
I had a really busy week.
Yeah.
I think I may have played a little bit of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Okay. Pugba? Is that what the kids call it?
Yes.
Pugba.
Yes, Pogba. But let's see. I know we had the show last week, and then I pretty much didn't play anything for the next couple of days because I was really busy with work and stuff, getting ready to not be there. And then I got on a plane. Didn't play anything on the plane because it was an overnight flight, so I just kind of fell asleep. I tried to at least. Got here, then I was busy helping get the wedding and stuff set up. So I think the only thing I have played is Mario Kart 8 for like less than an hour.
Can I tell you about the Mario Kart 8 shenanigans I've gotten up to in this last week?
Yeah.
So after the podcast last week, Nato Johnston, friend of the show,
Hey, that guy.
beautiful, also known as Scott's beautiful baby boy.
Yeah.
Can you confirm this, Scott?
I mean, the term in question here
Yeah,
is boy.
yeah, he's a man.
Well, no, it's just spelled BOI.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You didn't.
Like your boys, like that boy.
Roy's
Yeah,
boys.
there we go.
LaCroix's boys.
Yeah, LaCroix's boys. Okay. So yeah, Nate and I got together and we were playing some Mario Kart, and then it turned into like a whole big thing. A bunch of podcasters came out and started hanging out. And we've been doing that like regularly. We did that 4 nights this past week. Nate and I just getting a crew together of like, you know, all the cool people that have either been on IP or will be on IP or just, you know, fans of the show and fans of Nate's. And
People have never heard of IP.
one person had never heard of Irrational because he follows me on Twitter. He's just like, I don't know who the fuck you are. It's like, all right.
Cool.
He didn't say that. He did not say that, but it's the vibes
Trevor
that I got.
Starkey.
It was Trevor Starkey.
You're like, how did you even get a Switch?
You got a Switch? So yeah, that's been like amazing. Like genuinely, I did not. It's funny because I was so trepidatious about buying Mario Kart, and
That's how I'm gonna do this. That's how I'm gonna do the Switch when I get it.
yeah, it's like
Buy it, not fucking tell you, not speak of it on the podcast.
Well,
and
apparently
just show
Trevor
up
told
for something.
somebody and like have it and be like, all right, yeah, you want to play like Mario Kart? Like, I feel like the Switch will be really great. Now that I'm having this experience, the Switch might be really great for like Smash Brothers as well.
Mario Party?
Because like, so in the bonus content before the show, Tony was like, we should just play Mario Kart 8 as our bonus content.
Yeah.
And as terrible as an idea it was, like I had my Switch, you have yours with you.
Yep.
I was just playing on my screen in handheld mode, and you and Scott were sharing my TV.
Right.
In my dock, and Nabashin was playing online. We got a couple people to play online with us. It's like that's like it is such a pick up and play. Like the barrier to like starting playing the Switch is so little.
Yeah.
it's kind of great.
Right. And all they have to do, at least for Mario Kart 8, it's very little.
Yeah,
All they
and,
have
like-
to do is continue that through all their multiplayer games, and they'll be set.
The thing is, like they've got that online service that they're going to be charging for that we still don't know about, and that's supposed to come out around the time of Splatoon.
But
That
it's
kinda
free. But it's
sucks.
free until then.
It's free until then, right? So right now there's no. It's apparently the service would be like less than $25 a year, which is not terrible, but yeah, I'm that could throw all of this into contention.
So long as it's a performance upgrade,
Yeah,
I think that'll make it fine.
because for the most part, like my experience online,
Spoilers, it won't be a performance upgrade.
yeah, probably. For the most part, my experience online has been good. Like there's been a little bit of lag, but it hasn't been on my end.
Right, but you still had trouble getting into our game.
Yeah, I think that was because of the tournament thing. I was trying to join the tournament, and I had to join on Tony.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
If it makes more sense, yes, God willing, it will. But and like we've been chatting on Discord, so you know the way Nintendo intended. So
Yeah. I mean, they were going to put out a phone app, but you could just use the Discord app on your phone.
exactly. So I don't know. It's the baseline experience. There's been times where I'd be disconnected for no apparent reason, but for the most part, it has been totally great. It's been easy enough to get into a room with other people and just have like 8 or 9 people in a room playing Mario Kart together. So it has been really great, and man, that battle mode is very, very good. I don't know how much you've played Nabashin, but it might be my new favorite battle mode.
I haven't played that much battle mode. It's been mostly just races.
Shine Thief is kind of meh.
I really like Shine Thief. There's one where one team plays as cops and the other team plays as
That one
robbers.
sounds like fun.
And like you have the piranha plant item on all the time, and you have to chomp down on the robbers to put them in cages. And then the robbers can then run under a switch under the cage to release everybody.
like a Nintendo Switch.
Like a Nintendo Switch, a button. How about that?
Yeah.
Run over a button underneath the cage, and it like shoots everybody in the cage out in different directions. It's really rad. So if all the robbers get caught, then the cops win. If you survive the 3 minutes, then the robbers win. It's a really clever idea, and like I think the battle mode levels are really great. There's 8 completely new battle mode levels, and as opposed to just doing it on tracks like in the original Mario Kart 8. But for me, it's like been a very good like redemption story for battle mode. Like I never even tried battle mode in the last Mario Kart. Like
Right.
I watched
It
the
was
Giant
just-
Bomb Quick Look where they did it, and I'm like, this looks like garbage, and then I never touched it.
Yeah.
Right. I touched it before, and it was just bad.
Did you touch it, Scott?
I touched it real good.
Yeah, it's like jousting, I guess, kind of. It just looked terrible.
Yeah, it was basically just that. You'd run around like you would in Shine mode, except for instead of it being having the shining star, or in Cops and Robbers mode, the piranha plant, you just have balloons, and every time when you got hit 3 times, you're out.
Yeah, and it was
And
on
it's-
the tracks. It wasn't on battle mode levels. It was on like the back
Right,
and
it
forth
was
tracks.
on the back and forth tracks. There
And
was no special levels for it.
Some people would go one way, the other people would go the other way. It's like, you'll figure it out. You'll have fun. And yeah, so
It's like everyone just decides to do a race instead.
yeah, it pretty much.
Right, that's what ends up happening, and then instead of finishing first, it's whoever gets hit 3 times.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm impressed at how fun battle mode is and how fun the new modes are. So even if some people don't like Shine Thief,
I just don't like Shine Thief that much.
Shine Thief brings out something terrible in me, as Nate would say. Brings out a hatred in me that I didn't know was possible. Yeah, Mario Kart 8's great. I'm glad you've been playing it, Tony. I played with you a good deal.
Yeah.
Did you ever play on the Discord thing with it? You did that one night.
That was part of. That was like right after the podcast last week.
Yeah,
We played for like 25 minutes.
yeah, it's good. Gotta get you on that Switch, Scott.
Yeah. I'll get you to
Eventually.
make the switch.
I mean, a lot of people are, praising the heavens for the Switch and thanking the Nintendo lords for it. I'm like, I would say I'm not one of those people, but I've definitely been enjoying it.
I think that's just because of the scarcity.
Yeah, maybe.
Is it still hard to find them?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I haven't like looked at that since I had to go and wait outside of a GameStop for 4 hours to get mine.
So like, what, Best Buy, was it Toys R Us and Best Buy today and yesterday like got new shipments, and like they were gone the same day, and it's like they put out a thing, and people, you can get them, I think, if you try hard enough and if you're paying attention. But,
Right,
yeah.
like you can
Well, Wario 64.
Yeah.
you can kind of sort of get one from across an EU version one.
European one?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know
like,
what like numbers in Europe look like, so.
Right, but I mean, I'm talking about regardless of expense.
But it's not one of those things you can go to a store and buy. You have to like know the date that they're going to get
Yeah.
the shipment and then go there to be ready to buy it. And it, like, in the grand scheme of things, that's not impossible. That's not a difficult thing to do. It's just like it is not a convenient thing to get.
Right.
Which is good for Nintendo, bad for us. But luckily, all of us for the most part are switched up.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm amazed that every time that I use the Switch, it is a positive experience. Like, I really just almost 100% of the time.
Except for
I've had a
that
good
whole time when we were playing Zelda, that game.
Yeah, you win some, you lose. The 115 hours I put in that game, it's like whatever. But yeah, I'm just, as much as I don't sing its praises, I don't want to like be over exaggerating here. I think it is really, really something.
Yeah, it's cool.
Anything else you've been playing, Tony?
No.
What about you, Scott?
Let's see, some more pub.
I believe the kids are calling it Pugba.
I'm calling it Poobig.
What'd you call me? Excuse me.
What?
Poobig.
Player unknown.
I also played some Injustice 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. Story mode, as always. Actually, no, I think this is probably one of the shorter ones for
Okay.
the studio. It's 4 hours long.
4 hours. That was about the same as the first Injustice. Mortal Kombat 1 or Mortal Kombat 9.
Woo!
That was the longest one.
That was the longest one.
Yeah.
was great.
And then Mortal Kombat X, I guess, was probably in parity with that, like 4 hours.
I think it's closer to 5-6.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
It's like
definitely.
this one's 4 when you're losing and taking your time.
Yeah, that was Injustice 1. Like, Nabishin and I were, like, back and forth in that control. That's the only reason Nabishin that I haven't gotten Injustice 2 is, like, I have no one to play with, I guess.
Right. And that's also going to be kind of the issue with this one. It's story mode is really short. It's pretty good, but it's also
Who's the villain? Is it
Brainiac.
Brainiac,
Okay. That's what I thought. I just, like...
which is a bullshit fight.
Okay, I've heard it sucks. That fight sucks.
Yeah, it's handicapped is turned all the way up
Oh,
for
okay.
that fight. So it's one of if it's when you get a certain distance from him, he does a certain attack that chunks you for half your bar.
Garbage.
So basically, if he hits you with that attack 4 times, you die.
Because the Superman fight at the end of Injustice 1 was, like, totally fine. It was good. Like, I found it was a tense battle by the end of that when I was, like, really comfortable with it.
And you have to fight him twice.
Yeah.
Once with Superman, once with Batman.
Yeah.
Regardless of which side you choose.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's...
Oh.
I don't even think there is a...
Wait, you can choose sides in Injustice 2?
Well, it's in Injustice 2. You either play as one character in a pair of characters or the other character.
Oh. Is it,
So-
like, do you get
so
different
basically-
cutscenes dependent?
The differing cutscenes is basically all right. So now you're gonna handle this guy, and I'm gonna handle this guy,
Oh.
and then they just switch the.
Okay, got it.
It's like the camera angle, whichever one it is.
So you still
Okay.
fight the same person?
So I'm pretty sure you still fight the same people.
Okay. That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah.
Switching up a little bit.
So yeah, you can choose which characters to and to not play.
But the story's overall good. It's enjoyable.
Yeah.
You.
I didn't play through it entirely myself.
Okay.
I was watching my brother play it mostly.
Mhm.
So I got to play, I want to say, one of the earlier fights
Okay.
and one of the later fights.
Okay. I like it. Injustice 1. Both the story itself and, like, the story that Nabish and I shared playing that game was just really great.
So there's 2 weird things about it.
Okay.
In the minimal time that I've played it, the first weird thing is they have a couple of characters in the story mode that you cannot select
Okay.
and that are not reskins. Like how Reverse Flash is basically just Flash.
Yeah.
They have Nightwing in there, but you can only play as Robin.
Do you think?
Which in the story they're the same person, but Nightwing plays like Injustice 1, and Robin is Damian Wayne Robin with the sword and everything.
Okay.
It's actually pretty cool.
Okay. Do you think they would, like, those characters will be DLC in the future?
I don't. I'm not sure. Hope so.
Because, like, Darkseid, like, a full character is a pre-order bonus for that game.
Right.
So that is questionable. Who's the other character?
I don't remember their name.
All right, he's bright on that anyway.
Yeah.
Can you can you buy the pre-order character?
I'm pretty
off
sure
the
there's only
PlayStation
one
Store?
other.
Yes,
I hope so.
$6. It's $6.
Because if you couldn't, that would be the worst.
There have been games that have done that though.
Yes, there should be, like, honestly, like I was honestly contemplating, like, tweeting, like, maybe Patrick Cuthbert or Jason Schreier, like, he just writes something about, like, games that just, like, have pre-order bonuses that you just can't get anymore. Because there's, like, a few games that I had that you just can't get those pre-order bonuses, and then you would think, like, after a while they put them on sale, but they just don't. It's just weird.
And it's not like those pre-order bonuses are just like, oh hey, this is a Batman costume.
It's like these are exclusive items or, like, an
It's like-
exclusive character.
Like it's
Swimsuit
it's not,
costumes.
it's not just like an exclusive item. It'd be like it's the difference between locking you out of a blue fairy or the hook shot.
Okay.
See the difference?
Yeah.
A blue fairy is quite literally just a blue colored fairy that does nothing different.
Or
Hook
like
shot's
an
an
item.
hook shot's a pretty important goddamn item.
Yeah. I mean, like, the only difference is I don't think any of the pre-order bonuses prohibit you from completing the game, completing the thing. But they are things that, like, are quality of life changes that are valuable. So, I don't know. I agree with you now, there should probably be some kind of regulation that says players can at least buy pre-order bonuses.
Yeah.
Just to even the playing field a little bit. Even if they have to spend extra money, at least they don't have to fucking pre-order.
Right.
And, like, that way the developer gets that money one way or the other. Overall, Injustice 2, the loot stuff is cool.
Well, that's the other thing that I was going to get to. The
Yeah.
loot stuff is weird.
Yeah, because I played a little bit of the alpha or whatever, and, like, I couldn't play because everyone online is just fucking destroyed me.
Well, that's the thing about it. It's even the strongest gear makes at most a 10% difference between someone of max everything to
Nothing.
nothing. So yes, in a fighting game, that's a very big difference. But at the same time, when you just have random, not important shit equipped, 10% is the max, and you can easily change that, squash that down to 4%,
Okay.
3%.
And that, like, at the very least, like 3% to 10% is like
That's
you're closer to being even, right?
right.
Um,
It become when you're that close, then it becomes that much less of an issue.
Yeah, I've heard like it seems like reviewers really enjoyed it.
Because like it will make the difference on a close fight, but at the same time, when the fight's that close, it's much less frustrating when you lose.
Okay.
Because it's more frustrating when you lose when you know you're better.
Yeah, and it's like, well, I'm better, but they won because of this thing that they have. Versus...
Yeah, it's like the Brainiac fight where I'll actually only hit my brother with that move 4 times.
And just killed him.
Right, and when you're back to that fight, when you're playing a Superman, you can breach the difference of that handicap by using Superman's power up.
Yeah.
His regular B, which is, I want to say, doubles his damage, something like that.
Okay.
And with Batman, you don't get that. Instead of hitting for 50, 60 points of damage, you're hitting for 6 and 5 points of damage. So he had to wail on Brainiac using everything he knew, because Batman was luckily his best character.
Yeah.
And still, it took forever.
That's well, luckily it's just the story mode fight.
Yeah.
So. Have you played any online or anything, or versus your brothers or anything?
No, I also haven't. I think the only other game I played outside of story mode is I just wanted to try out one of the extra characters. So I random land on Robin, and yeah, he's real cool.
Okay. Cool. I am very excited to at some point play Injustice 2. I've just been like, I did drop over $2,000 on a new computer this week, so
Sure.
not like really in a mood to spend a lot of money, even if like I'm paying that off over time. But yeah, I that game looks great. I do want to play it at some point. I just like, I don't know if I'm gonna want to invest in it like I did the first one, just because I don't know if I'm in that kind of mood, but we'll see.
Like honestly, for me, it's like because I really want to play the game really badly. Like I just feel like in me, like I just want to go through that story mode because like I enjoy that stuff from that game. But I'm at the point now because it's been so many days now that it's like I might as well just wait a year later and just like get with everything instead of just like somewhat half a game.
Like the Injustice story mode is like great, and I know it's great, but I know it's not like gonna be so great that it becomes something that changes my life. It's like I would still much sooner play Prey or What Remains of Edith Finch or Night in the Woods. Like there are still like multiple games that I would probably rather spend my time with than Injustice 2 right now.
Right, and like even then, I would. Even if you have to wait more than a year, I'd wait till a special edition of some sort with most of the DLC in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Comes out.
Yeah, because they did that for PS4 for Injustice 1 as well. So that was a PS3 game.
Damn.
Fuck, I forgot about that. Yeah, and then I'll wait until I can play with Nobishin.
Right.
So we'll just, what, Nobishin, we'll take 4 hours out of a day when we're in San Francisco. We'll go to Barrett. We'll say, listen, we're going to need your PS4 and your TV for 4 hours. We'll be back, and then we'll blow through it.
I wouldn't mind it. Sure.
Yeah. We could, like, totally do that, I bet, too.
Yeah, let's spend our vacation fucking inside the house and play video games.
Hell yeah! Yeah, but we can play video games together like old times. Anything else, Scott?
Puzzle and Dragons.
I swear to God, if I got to hear about this game one more time.
A little bit. But I'm trying to think. I think there was one more thing.
Any more Dishonored, Zelda? Any of the big ones? Okay.
No. Zelda's no real update.
Okay.
Bit closer, but
Chipping away. Gotcha. I played some video games.
Go on.
I finished Spectre of Torment last night.
Go on.
Which I was just like, was it? No, it was Friday night. That's what it was. I just like had a long day, and I'm like, I want to play something, but I don't want to play like more Persona or anything. I don't want to get something where I can't like just get out right away if I want to. And I had like two dudes left, two of the knights left in the Spectre Tournament. So I'm like, I'll just play these two, and then there are only 2 levels after that, so I just finished it.
Just like, might as well go to the end at this point.
Yeah, and that's really good. I know you haven't played it yet, Tony, but
I played the first level.
Oh yeah, that's right. So I'm writing my review now, and so it loses a little bit of that heart that I really like about Shovel Knight. Like one of my favorite things about Shovel Knight is like the Mario 3 map. I know that's a weird thing to like specifically cite as your favorite, but I think it added a lot of charm and character to that game, and like maneuvering around, and you would run into enemies on the map just like in Mario 3, and you have to go in like a little fighting sequence. So it doesn't have that. It does kind of benefit having just played Mega Man X for the first time. My first Mega Man game, it's like, oh, we select a boss, go do their level and beat them.
Yeah.
You don't get any powers at the end of it all, but it does kind of play a little bit more into the Mega Man format because you can do any boss in any order. But I don't know. It's really good. The design of the levels is really smart because it's built around, Spectre Knight can run up walls a little bit. Not all walls, but some walls. And he can slash his scythe either diagonally up in the air or down in the air. So there's a lot of levels where you're just going over massive gaps, constantly slashing diagonally across. Right. And you're like, it's more about having air time, something that the original Shovel Knight really couldn't do unless you're doing kind of like the down shovel. So it's
and propeller dagger.
Yeah, and the propeller dagger, but only one
dagger. So fucking good.
Fuck yeah.
And to cut you off some more, can you be Spectre Butt?
Hello.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like the butt is built into it.
But you have to fight the Order of No Hindquarters.
So I don't know if there's like the butt cheat code in there, but I hope so.
I did think about that when I was starting the game. It was like, enter your name. I was like, I wonder if I can put the fucking butt code.
So it's just like really clever that the levels are in the keep, which is essentially like the place you hang out, you can buy items and stuff. There's a challenge off in the upper left corner where it's like this tower that slowly rises and there's lightning like rising up underneath you, kind of like you have to climb this tower as quickly as you can. And it's a really cool challenge. I ended up beating it, and I never thought I would. It's using those mobility abilities that Spectre Knight has that Plague Knight and Shovel Knight both didn't have to their fittest. It's like, doing these diagonal slashes in air into a wall that you run up and then jump off and then do a couple wall jumps and then do more slashes. The airtime stuff is really clever. And as far as like the way that it's built, I think it works really well, but I think overall it's actually a little bit easier. You actually get an item in that game that just lets you straight up heal. So you can use your magic bar to just heal yourself, which is great. I mean, I appreciate it being a little easier. The way I died the most was falling through gaps because most of it is kind of jumping focus. But there was never a time when I was fighting a boss where I thought where it was like close because I just have this thing I can take out and heal.
Yeah.
So like
right.
even through the final boss, like the way I died was just falling the most. So
right, and the way that you would, the only other thing that Shovel Knight would have in comparison would be
the thing that turns him invincible, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Which is still different, right? You can still get hit at some point and then you can't get health back. And like a lot of the items in Spectre Knight are like kind of the late ones you get are fucking crazy broken. And they're cool and I really like them. It's just like overall it's a little bit easier. It's a little bit more friendly. I think if this was going to be your first thing to play in the Shovel Knight thing, you play this and then you play Shovel Knight and it feels like a good difficulty step up. And then Plague Knight is obviously even above that. So I don't know. I think it's cool in that regard. It does like lose a little bit of the Shovel Knight magic because of that. The story's pretty good. It ends on a very heartfelt moment that I liked, just like Shovel Knight did. And so it has a lot of those trappings. It's just, this is the third time around, so it's a little bit less special. But I think what they did with the levels is really cool. I think you're really going to love it, too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to spending more time with it.
Spectre Knight himself is just fucking rad.
Yeah.
And I played this game. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Nier.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
I've seen
one.
you play it.
not that good new Nier. No, that 2010 old Nier.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about the original Nier, which Justin let me borrow on PlayStation 3 when he was here last week, which I've now put like 25 hours into. That game is weird. Like,
Mm.
I've written about it on like several different occasions because it's just perplexing. There are parts of it. So it came out in 2010. Now I'm just curious. Now, you might know because I was trying to think of one. I couldn't think of one. Were there still like games with bag checkpoints in 2010?
2010.
Yeah. So I feel like that was still a problem. Like I felt it was a problem through all of PS3 360, but I feel like that wasn't a thing that was completely adopted, right? Not until
Yeah, I think at that point we were good. That was like a year before
I
Skyrim.
think-
Skyrim didn't have
yeah.
any issues like that.
I think it was half over by then because
Yeah.
games have always had that issue up until I want to say 2 years after that,
yeah,
where it's you just stop finding it frequently.
yeah, because like the Skyrim I think is like one of the better ones because like every 10 minutes when you pause the game, it'll make a new autosave. If you don't go through a
Grand Theft
doorway
Auto
at that time.
4 come out.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 4 was the worst one. Which
Yeah, that was like the
2008.
last really bad one I remember.
It's just like when I go back to that generation PS3 360, I know it's like still hit or miss. I feel like toward the end of it, like you think about Mass Effect 1 and stuff. That's 2009, right? No, it's 2007.
7.
So like it's hit or miss, but like this is a 2010 game and it's like got incredibly modern checkpoints. And I every time I die, I'm like I'm gonna have to replay the last 3 hours because it feels like one of those games.
But then you just don't have to.
And it's fine. It's like halfway through a boss, it'll checkpoint. I'm like, this
Weird.
is great, which is like exceptionally modern. It's also
Well, does the boss have phases?
yeah,
Okay.
but like you'd still like there are occasions when you're going all the way back to the beginning of the boss fight, even today. So it's stuff like that where like design wise it's pretty modern and the way the weapons and items and going around the world, it's just it's also like it kind of feels like an indie game in a lot of ways, like kind of in the same way that Recore feels like it's very small. The area you're running back and forth between areas. There's not like a lot of fast travel options. And most of the game is like fetch questy side quests if you want to do the side quests, which there are a great number of, and the infamous fishing minigame, which is not too bad. Yeah, it's just the game is at the same time like incredibly decrepitly old JRPG, like in its philosophy, but it's also very self-aware and like the writing behind it is more surprising, and it's harder to explain that. Like you have a talking book that you bring around, right? His name is Vice, and he's just a floating book that fucking talks. And you meet people, and they're like, "What's up with this talking book?" It's like, "Oh, this is Vice," and they're like, "Cool."
Nice book.
It's like, cool, I guess. So yeah, do you think you could give me these fish? And it's like, are we not gonna fucking talk about it at least? like no one is surprised there's a talking book. Monsters are killing everybody. The world is dying, and no one really talks about how the world is dying. And like people are like you play this old man, like the father of this. You're trying to save your daughter who's like sick, and Vice at one point is like, why are you always like helping people? And he's like, well, like, you know, it's a mutual gain, right? I need good work. I need money to get medicine for my daughter. These people need help. They're not strong enough to take care of themselves. And I can fill that gap and we can both benefit from this. And it just makes sense. And it's like, this is like a really logical, like smart way to look at this. And I feel like JRPGs don't,
They never do that.
they never do that.
never
It's
do
just
that.
like, no, you're an adventurer and you like doing this and you're meddling in other people's business. It's like, well, yes, I'm meddling, but like I'm doing what I can to help because I'm getting something in return. It kind of reminds me of The Witcher a little bit. Where like you are a Witcher, right? You are doing this you're killing monsters to get paid at the end of the day. You're not doing it out of the goodness of your heart, but you know there's a mutual benefit there. And like depending on the way you play Geralt, like you can kind of affect. If
yeah,
he's
and sometimes
into
like
that.
they don't pay you enough, so you're like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, you're like fuck you, and you can
You will pay me with your life.
And it doesn't have like those kinds of kind of
But
branching
then again,
paths.
I need them feathers, so I'm gonna kill it after you
Yeah,
die.
yeah, I'm gonna kill it anyway. It doesn't have those branching paths where you can just kill the NPCs in some situations, but it's smart in how it's written. It's weird and like there's there's a part of the game where it becomes a text adventure, which like
Yeah.
I think I'd heard that at some point. I knew like it's genre bending in kind of it's because that's what Nier does. That's kind of what these two games have always done.
Suddenly the game is frog fractions.
Yeah, a little bit. Like it's like it's funny. It's so terribly justified. It's like there's this curse, and when you hear a specific word, you get pulled into someone's dream, and the dream is a book that you read. It's like what?
Whoa!
And the whole screen goes black, and it's just like 25 minutes of reading and choosing like text options. I'm like, this is fucking so weird. And there are multiple sections of that, and it's
You
just
shouldn't have taken all that acid.
yeah, pretty much. And like Vice is a book, so he can hear the narrator speaking like the narrations, and he's like getting pissed about it, and he's reacting to his reaction to the narrator. It's great. So I don't know. There are parts about it that are modern and smart still. And then like there's the part where you play it where it's kind of like Asura's Wrath, where it's like the worst part is the part where you're playing it. It's fine. Like, you're just hacking and slashing and doing whatever. Sometimes like there's shmup parts of it, shmup parts, which is true of Nier Automata as well. So, I don't know, man. I'm still playing more of it. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop because it's very normal. And like I remember hearing Patrick Klepek talk about like the stuff that happens at the end of that game. I'm like, I don't know how it's gonna get there. So I'm like very curious to see what the trip there is. I know it's like George Cruz and I were talking about it earlier in the week, and he told me that apparently what's the director's name?
Yoko Taro.
Yeah, Yoko Taro. He was inspired by this game. Was inspired by 9/11, and like I don't know what context that comes in, but the main character, his birthday is September 11th, and the game starts in like a post-apocalyptic New York City in this very weird like dream sequence. And I'm curious to see if it loops back around to that. I think it will, and I think
Maybe that's actually just the end of the game.
yeah, maybe. But it says it's 2029 in that sequence, and then it jumps to 3174 or something. It's like 1,178 years later. I'm like, okay, like,
Oh, well
like,
then. Oddly specific.
and it's like specifically still like presumably North America, our world, but it's 1,000 years in the future where none of anything matters. It's
Right.
like, I don't know. It's cool. I'm excited to have played this and then to play Nier Automata. And again, like I know it's a hard game to find, so that's why I was like, I need to make time for this. Are you still curious to play it at all, Navshin?
Like after I beat Nier Automata, I kind of just looked up the stuff about the original Nier. So I know how that game like crescendos and stuff like that. I know how it ultimately ends, but like and somewhat how it ties into Automata. But yeah, I still would like to try for myself just to have that experience and have that tucked away.
It is neat to like. It's a game that when you play, and it's a cult classic, which there are not that many of in video games in the grand scheme of things, especially modern ones like from PS3, 360. I feel there are maybe a few, but I don't know if Tales of Vesperia qualifies as a cult classic. But,
All Tales games.
But it's cool to play a video game that is like a cult classic from 7 years ago, and just like as soon as you're in it, you're like, I see exactly why this. Like there is a very passionate group of people around it. Like it is very much the definition of a 7.0 video game to play, but there are ideas in there that are just really ahead of its time. It's rad. So I'm glad that I'm playing it. I would recommend it. Obviously, knowing that the same director did Automata, like just knowing that these ideas came from somewhere. So, but yeah, it's cool. I'm chipping away at it. I think it's apparently not very long, so I think I'm probably almost done with it. I think that's it. Spectre Torment. Did I write anything else in the Google Doc? I gotta pull this up. Not on.
You should
Luigi for knows me
show.
sent me that. That's right. What did you say, Nabishin?
You should show Tony and Scott how the main character looks in that game.
Oh yeah, he has the same voice actor as Boss from Persona 5 and Catherine also, which is weird. So, do you guys know about the weird thing they did with the protagonist with this game? I assume Nabishin knows, but
No idea.
so the English version of the game, you play this old man who is
Okay.
the
Yeah, I've seen him before.
yeah. You have a daughter, yeah, right.
Yeah, he's trying to save his little girl.
His daughter. So you play him. He's an older man. He's gruff. He's presumably like mid-40s, maybe. Deep voice. In the Western version or Eastern version, excuse me, you play a younger, more handsome anime-like protagonist who is the girl's brother. The young girl that you're trying to save her brother. And I think that is just such a fucking weird, crazy thing to do. And it's no game. Like, I can't think of any game that has done that. Kind of like different voice. Obviously, like one's in Japanese, the other's in English, but like different style of character. Like,
Yeah.
because they thought the Western audiences would relate to a fatherly protagonist more than like a brotherly one, like a young, handsome anime boy brother, which, I get.
I mean, we are all young, handsome anime boys.
And I will say, like, the way
I think the sad part is that I think they're right for doing
no,
it.
the thing is, they're totally right, because like when I'm playing it, the way he is written and the way he like reacts to the world, I can tell is like specifically designed around a Western mentality, but like totally fits. Like it totally works. It would work way more for me than I think like a silly older brother character. And I think that is. It's cool to see that from like a 2010 game. Again, pre-BioShock Infinite, pre-The Last of Us, pre the dadification of video games.
I mean, in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, you basically make a dad.
Really?
All the character models that are guys,
They're all
they look
dads.
like their dads.
Hi, son. What about the female character models? Just like
No,
normal
they're
people?
single, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Scott, when I first made a character in that game, I made the most ridiculous looking female protagonist I possibly could.
Yeah.
She's got like hair only on one side of her head. And then I found out that it requires a large amount of currency, like in-game currency, to recustomize your character.
Shit.
So she's just stuck that way now.
She's just a hipster
Yep.
girl for now until ever.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I just I wanted to talk about Nier. It's a rad game. Nabishin, what you got? What you been playing?
You did.
Oh
wanna say
wait,
anything about it? Notice me.
Notice me, senpai. Yeah, pour one out. So I found out this week because I'm playing my little anime, idle fucking whatever
Not for long, bitch.
garbage
Yep.
app game.
Yep. You're definitely garbage.
And I enjoy it, and it brings me happiness. And typically they put out like a patch every month, and I'd like notice, I'm like, man, there hasn't been like any new anything this month.
Yeah.
And that was April, and then we get into May, and it's like, man, there's still not anything,
Nothing new.
What's going on? So I'm like, let me just look up their Twitter. I look at Skillshot Labs. I go to their pin tweet, to the top of their account, like, tweeted out on March 31st, my birthday, that I'm just like retroactively, my birthday's being ruined for me. I was like, we're very sad to confirm that our support for Nozomi Senpai is ending as of May 31st. And I'm like, no!
Servers are going to get shut down.
What's happening? So that just means like we won't be able to purchase anything in the game anymore, and there won't be any more updates.
Yeah, and I don't think it'll be on the App Store anymore.
I don't know if they're pulling it from the App Store, because I don't know what it costs to keep it up there.
Probably more than $0.
I don't think they'll pull it, but because I don't think there's an upkeep cost to having it up there.
I think there might be.
It would make sense if there were.
I think there's an
Otherwise
upkeep
it'd be
cost
way
to
too
keep
much shit.
supporting it.
Yeah, to like patch it for sure.
Right, and then once it starts to become outdated,
Yeah.
I think they do run throughs, but again, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, so in short, May 31st is the last day.
Are you going to delete it?
I think I have to.
Delete your senpais.
I think I
Is
have
it
to.
is it time to find another one? I'm not saying
time- 'cause-
switch to one of ours. I'm just saying, is it time?
No,
to
it
find
is
another
like
one?
well the thing is so like I was doing this and PewDiePie his fucking app, and then I deleted that when all of his bullshit was going on. I was
Yeah.
like, man, actually, fuck PewDiePie. And so then I just switched back to Notice Me Senpai, and it was like a warm hug, welcoming me home.
And now it's a dead hug.
And now all my senpais love me at max, and oh man, I got nothing.
I think maybe they'll come out with one where it's like,
Notice Me Senpai 2?
but it's all girls, and you're a guy, and it's alone in an all-girls school,
Yeah.
and then more people will play it.
Well, like they could appeal directly to my fantasies,
Yeah,
sure, but
that's what
like,
I mean.
I don't know. There's the
Mystic Messenger will always be there for you.
the
Alex.
beat the breakdance senpai just wants to dab with a moose.
Yeah.
And
Did he get to do that yet?
I don't know. His story might get there, but in his little story that develops, he's going to the community college nearby, and he will use the dance studio in the high school because he went to that high school. He'll use the dance studio there to practice after he finishes his morning
dabbing.
classes, just to practice his breakdancing. He's a breakdance senpai, Tony.
Dab senpai?
Anyway, I don't know, man. It's just a bummer, okay? Like, I get it's a joke that I
Yeah.
play this dumb fucking
No,
video
it's great.
game.
Well, no, it would be the same thing as if Pad just stopped.
Puzzles and
That would
Dragons
never
for
happen.
kids.
It never. It'll
Yeah,
never.
Yeah,
that-
but if it
It
did
makes
one
so
day,
much money.
Yeah.
if they did one day and said, "All right, we're making a new Notice Me Senpai for this here motherfucker over here."
Do you think if I became a whale for Notice Me Senpai, they would keep making things?
No.
No.
Should I try?
No.
If you and around I'd say 10 other people did around 6 months ago, probably.
Yeah. I'm gonna send an email to Skillshot Labs and say like I need this in my life. I'm battling depression.
Hey, do you
crippling
remember when you
depression.
noticed me before?
Please, yeah, they did follow me for a little bit there.
Did you go back and it no longer says follows you?
Yeah, fucker. They don't follow anyone. Like they follow like 60 people or whatever now. I'm just heartbroken. So
It's okay. I don't think Griffin follows me.
what?
Yeah, right. It's weird.
Why does Griffin not follow you?
Hold
He
on.
has to.
Let me check.
I'm trying to think. Did anything else that I love die this week?
Griffin does not follow me on Twitter.
No, I think that's it. Let's talk about your games now, Ocean. What's up?
For me, it's been a weird week. Like, as far as video games, I'm still in that weird type of thing. It was like I don't really want to play anything. Like, I fired up like a whole bunch of stuff, maybe like one mission for them, and just stopped. It just I went back to Horizon Zero Dawn. I did like one mission for that, and I was like, I'm just not in the mood for this. And so I turned that off. Then I moved to Mass Effect, did one mission for that, and obviously I don't want to play it to begin with, but like I still want to see the end of it. So I did like another mission of that, did PB's lowest mission, and then I stopped that. Tried out Phantom Dust on Xbox One. Turned that shit on for the first time in a good long while.
Yeah.
I wanted to say, just because I think it's healthy to say when you're wrong about something. I think they did a really cool thing about putting Phantom Dust and just making it free.
Yeah.
It's free on Xbox One. Because like when I heard about it, I was like, I heard about the whole microtransaction thing. I'm like, okay, that's bullshit. And it's like why you bringing it back and just doing like just make it like some scummy like mobile thing. But like firing up and like you could play that full campaign, however long it is, like just for free, and like and they did like actually a decent job, like not the best job. They didn't remaster or anything like that, but like you can play this old game that like a lot of people are fond of, and like just wanted like just to give it a shot. You can just play that game for free.
Mm-hmm.
Should get like mad kudos for that. But yeah, like I didn't play too much of it, but like it seemed like a cool concept. Just like the whole like cause I played like maybe like 30 minutes of it. Cause I just wasn't in the mood for that right now. But like I looked at the quick look and I saw like how that game is like actually played. Then Pack played it, and like I was like, oh yeah, that's actually like kind of decent. Like I might actually spend some time with it when I'm actually in a better mood. So like
Yeah, I think I have it like set to download. I did through the website, but like I don't know. I usually watch Netflix on my Xbox at this point, but I'd never even heard of that game until they said they were like making a new one, and then obviously
Same here.
that didn't happen. So, is it like it's a card game, right? It's like card battle. To some
It's
extent?
weird. It's not actually like a card game. Like it's not like you like or some Hearthstone stuff. It's more like it's like oh god,
It's like Chain of Memories, right?
no, it's not. It's not even like that.
Huh.
It's like feel and you see somebody in the distance and like there's just these orbs just like randomly on the ground. It's like random orbs. You go to the orbs, then you'll pick up the skill and like you know like your Y, X, R, B, and A button. Like you just hold down the button when you're on that orb, and then like you use that to attack, and you just like certain ones are for close up, and some are for distance. So like you have to like get closer for a certain attack, have to get back farther away for far attacks. Like you should just really just look at that game. Like it's different.
So it's like Mario Kart.
Yeah, you pick up items, right? And they're far away. You throw them at them.
And some of them are homing.
Yeah.
Some of them are homing, and they're random, right?
We're trying to ruin your comparison.
Not,
outcome.
Yeah.
not random, but you have to run over it to see what it is. Yeah.
So it's like Rocket League.
No.
You run over, you get it. You
No.
boost.
I mean, you know what it is, but when you go pick it up. But like, it's an interesting thing. Like, I would just like say, just check it out and see like if it's for you.
So
Like-
it's like Super Smash, but 3D.
Okay. I will try it now.
Is it Super Smash already 3D?
There you go. Well, I guess, but on a 3D plane. How about that?
There you go. Sure.
It sounds
Other-
cool. Like it looks. Looking at the art and everything, it looks cool. But we'll see. Go ahead.
Yeah, you could tell like it's a very old game, and like they didn't really do anything really to it, except like make it like 4K and other shit like that. But like, well, not 4. Well, it's in 4K, but like it's still an Xbox One game, so like textures are like
So what you gonna do?
garbage and stuff like that. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's that game. Did a little Kingdom Hearts. Just did finish Atlantis and just stopped that. Like I just haven't been in the mood to play really anything. Like if I'm playing something, you're playing Persona 5 or Mario Kart. That's literally like the thing I've just been playing. Mario Kart just because that's like a good, just quick up and play thing. Like I just want to play something. I could play like maybe like a 10-minute course, put it down to the side because I'll have it in handheld mode or something like that. Then like or something like that. I can just pick it up again, just play like another 5 minutes of it, and just enjoy it like that. So that's been like surprisingly real good state right now. And like in Persona, I just been that's the game I just been plucking away still just because I enjoy so much. And like it's just like it's my good in between thing right now until like I find like the next game I want to play. Like Injustice probably would be that game if A, I had the money for it, and B, like if it wasn't like the way it was. Like if it was like in because like I really want to play that game. Like I just got finished looking at like just the first chapter of it. 'Cause I didn't want to spoil too much about that game for myself. Like with Michael Hubert and Kyle Boston playing pretty much how we play it. Alex just like they do a match and then like or they do one fight, then he passes the controller and he plays the other fight. It's like it's so reminiscent, like bro, it's here to mine, like and stuff like that. So
I'm sure it did. Yeah.
but like
that is the way to play that game. I think.
yeah, it looks real fun, and like how that story is going to is like I'm enjoying because it's just that world. It's just the where the Justice League that we know has left it. So it's like it's just the Injustice characters. It's nothing to deal with like any other worlds, just those characters. So like that's just like a interesting concept all in itself. Like how do you just do with just the radical Superman and that's it. But yeah, pretty much been about it. A little bit. Oh, I should say I've been playing a little bit more Gravity Rush 2 as well. I actually played like a good amount of that. Just remembering that game and just like collecting some stuff. Not really getting the platinum, but like just enjoying that game a little bit more, which has been fun.
Good.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Persona's been just been taking up my time. I'd probably play another like maybe like another like 15 hours this week. Just sticking around. Just did the whole Makoto thing and this game, just getting through that game again. that's just been fun, and like I just been enjoying just doing that. So yeah, that's just me.
Yeah, I heard that game's all right.
Yeah, I beat the first palace or third palace. Wow, jeez,
First, third.
first third. The third palace. I think I in the same place where I was last week. I haven't sent the calling card yet, so just hanging out, hanging tight till then. Because like I know when I send the calling card, it's like oh, yeah, it's like an hour and a half. Then I'm gonna be doing this. So, that's it. That's it for video games. I think unless we have
That's it.
anything else.
Unless you want to talk about Puzzle and Dragons.
I don't. How about we take a quick break and we come back and we talk about some news because there's actually a lot of news. We're in that pre E3 season because we are less than a month away now. So
Oh, we got predictions next week, don't we?
yeah, we got predictions next week is when I want to do that. So as to you guys, you want to start thinking about some predictions? I'll let Jake James know. Get him on some predictions as well. And we got some Destiny to talk about. So
Yeah, we do.
let's take a quick break and we will be right back.
Do we? Did that start up yet?
There's a bunch of information that came out about it this past week
Oh. Are you going to be playing with me?
on PC.
Yeah.
No.
Fuck you.
I mean, I'm gonna have it on both systems because now I have two groups of friends that I have to play with. All the people from Destiny 1, and now my entire group of friends that I play everything with on PC who are all gonna get Destiny.
They should at the very. I think they should have.
We can have
at
this
the very least.
guys, we can have this conversation after the break.
Hold on.
Okay. I'll wait.
I think at the very least, they should sync the accounts between
You're
the
not
different
wrong.
servers.
But they're not gonna do it.
Because
Right.
on PC it goes through BattleNet, which is news.
Yeah, we'll talk about after the break.
We'll be back in just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not.
More water. I'll be right back. And pee.
No, there's not enough incentive for me to pick that up.
Play with me. That's incentive.
No.
Wow.
No. Wow. We got a bunch of other games that we can do.
I mean, I'm gonna be playing Destiny,
That's
and
true.
Jay's gonna get it. Sniper's gonna get it, and Kaza's gonna get it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, maybe. If it's everyone, then yeah, you can peer pressure me like that.
Of course I can. I mean, also I bought you PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Well, that was more of like a gift.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but I will guilt you about it.
Well, I mean, it would be the difference between that game or if you had gotten back in the 80s. I wouldn't have said no to 8.2. Hey.
I had to do now. Plug my phone to my PS4.
Why?
Well, my charger's upstairs in my room. So.
And you should just plug it into your computer.
Yep.
Meanwhile, your PS4 just downloads all my phone's information. So if I was really smart, what I would have done is downloaded like some other girl from Persona 5.
Oh yeah, that would have been good.
Put her as my wallpaper
It's too
and
late
then
now.
gave it to you. And be like, hey, could you plug this into your PS4?
How's that chat looking, Nabishin? People asking questions.
Nao's ready for the Destiny talk. He said there's rumors between PS4 and PC cross save, so cross your fingers for that. And I've been talking to Stephen Coffin.
Here's hoping.
I was actually reading about it,
Of course.
and I was reading like the interview, and the guy was saying that he could see it happening within. He was like, basically, they asked him, and he dodged the question by saying, "Well, Destiny is going to be a 10-year experience, so it's something I could definitely see happening within those 10 years, but I don't know when during those 10 years." So, probably not in Destiny 2.
Probably. Let me see.
Hashtag Sunday
Did you put the news in the doc? I know I put one in there.
I just threw the rest of those in there. I didn't even put links in there. My bad.
No worries, because we've got the Ubisoft news as well.
Did it finally happen?
Ubisoft
Did they finally get taken over?
No, that hasn't happened yet. Ubisoft confirms Far Cry 5,
Oh yeah.
and then the rumors about that. And then the Assassin's Creed thing. Ass. I just started typing ass.
Ass. Possessive assassins.
What?
You're the beginning of the assassins, but what do the assassins own? And what is it the beginning of? What of their possessions?
Got there. It
Man,
took me a minute to
No
figure
wonder
out.
this guy's not in college.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck you.
It's been long enough that now I can make that joke.
You're still lost. Venture Beat, do they have good MBDs? That's 2016, so it's
So
not,
probably not.
not going to help us.
Yo, Gaff.
Gaff usually has it.
It also tells what the NPDs like the best selling games of this year so far.
Yes, that's anything. Do you have a link for MPDs? Because I'm not finding one.
I can find it.
RealGameMedia.com. That's pretty good. Okay, I've got a list.
Venture Beat. I got it right.
Okay, can you put it in the doc?
Yeah.
They came up for 2016, but they didn't come up for 2017. For whatever reason. I'll have that open so Scott can take us on a fucking NPD journey.
Fantastic. Although
It
this time,
is his
the delay
NPD destiny.
will be you handing me the computer.
Yes, I'll just tilt it.
I mean, I could go on the Nintendo Switch's internet browser.
Or Tony could read it this time.
Do you want to read it, Tony?
No,
The Nintendo Switch doesn't have an internet browser.
no, it does not.
It doesn't.
It also does not let you use streaming services, as far as I know. I wish I could put like Crunchyroll on the Switch,
Dude, I wish YouTube was on the Switch.
or at least the Utes.
Yeah. Fucking bullshit.
The Utes.
The Utes.
They do a top 20 now?
Wow, that's actually pretty cool 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, it'll show the best selling of 2017. So
It's over there, Scott.
Oh, that's where the best selling is?
It's plugged into this PS4. I don't know what you want me to do.
Oh, your phone was dying.
All right,
Okay,
we'll
fine.
just read the top 10. That's the only thing that matters. So, all right,
I need to know number 11.
I will tell you number 11. Don't worry.
17. Good.
17 is.
Hold on.
We'll get there.
17?
We'll get there.
All right,
19.
welcome back. We've got MPDs to talk about.
Not yet. Jesus Christ.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm working on it.
Scott say news and gaming. Dun, 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 dun,
No, he's
dun,
working on
You
it.
guys
I
have
think
to
we
be
should-
quiet because if we talk, I
dun.
just have a solution.
News in gaming.
I just want to say that my interpretation of that was pretty much flawless.
Oh, it's perfect. Yeah. Let's talk about some news, guys.
As a matter of fact, that might be the new news and gaming. intro.
Are you saying that when this gets edited, it'll be cut around?
Maybe.
You'll put it. So we got a lot of news to talk about. Where do you guys want to start? I'm looking at this list. We can start with the quick stuff. It was kind of like the end of last week that I didn't get. Ubisoft had a bunch of stuff that happened, and they did some confirmation on that stuff. There was like a rumor about Far Cry showing the island from Far Cry 3, if I'm correct, Nabishin. But it was just confirmed that Far Cry 5 is coming out. I believe the quote from their Twitter was like sooner than you think or whatever. It's rumored to be coming out by the end of this fiscal year, so by the end of March 2018, which is soon. And Far Cry, the Caveman one, I don't remember what it's called.
Far Cry.
Far Cry
Far
the
Cry
Caveman one.
I was going to call it Far Cry Origins. Far Cry Primal came out February of 2016. So if 5 comes out February of 2018, that would fit with that release schedule. I think it would be good for this holiday, but then again, there's a lot of stuff coming out this holiday, as there has been this whole year. So
It's been a good year.
yeah, man,
The best time to be playing video games.
the best time. It looks like it will continue to be a good year as well. So, so Far Cry 5, there's a lot of rumors going on around it. I like most of my information I've gotten from the Easy Allies podcast. They kind of went through everything pretty well. Essentially, someone wrote into the Giant Bombcast of last year talking about how it's rumored to be set in Montana, and you'd be playing a police officer. And again, going against some people that have like essentially like gone rogue, like a criminal organization or maybe like farmers or something like that.
Watch out, they got pitchforks.
But like, you know, like Montana is like a very big area, but it is not densely populated. So the idea of playing into not having a lot of backup, not being able to have someone come to your aid as a police officer is really cool. Plus, it actually has you playing a legitimate protagonist as opposed to kind of like the white man that comes to save indigenous people protagonist that has been the case for a little while now. I guess the protagonist in Far Cry 4 was not strictly white. Correct,
pretty
Nabishin?
close.
Me wasn't white at all.
Okay.
Pretty close.
I thought he was like part white, so that is the case in Far Cry 3. And then the other rumors going around is that it would be like a spaghetti western-esque thing, which could also be cool. I don't know if it would still...
What I think they should just do is they should just have you wearing gloves that you can't see the entire time, never show your face, and then also have your character never explicitly speak.
So you can be whatever you want?
No.
Okay.
And then just have everyone else just fuck with you the entire game.
Yeah. But call you different slurs for different races.
Absolutely.
This is a terrible idea. I don't know. So Far Cry 5 sounds cool. Nabishin, would you play another Far Cry game? Totally fair question, I think.
Yeah.
I did not play Far Cry 4, so I would definitely play another Far Cry game.
I think I'm good for it because I kind of skipped Primal, even though I bought that game, but I mostly bought it for my friends so they can play it. Yeah, I could totally go for a Far Cry game. I enjoy those games.
Yeah. So you're the big Far Cry fan of the group of us. So yeah, but like having skipped Primal and 4, and I like 3, I just didn't play a lot of time of it, and like the idea that 5 is both refined and also, you know, you're playing like a police officer, maybe it's a little bit more grounded. It's trying to tell maybe a more interesting story as well. That could be really cool. I would definitely want to see what that looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I would bet that we will see that at Ubisoft's E3 press conference, which is going to be Monday, June 13th, right? I believe that's the date.
Wow.
12th or 13th, one of those 2 days. And another rumor going around again is Ubisoft has confirmed another Assassin's Creed, I believe, for this year, but I don't know if they've said it explicitly be this year, but it's rumored to be called Assassin's Creed Origins and take place in Egypt and be about the first assassins.
Ooh.
Which is kind of inaccurate, though, because in Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood, they established that the first assassins were like the half-breed people that like from Eden that fucked with the space aliens.
Yeah. Sure.
The gods, I guess, is what they were. And then they're like half god,
I think the
half
Assassin's
human.
Creed story is just kind of ridiculous anyway.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, they took a year off. I'm at the point in my life, especially even though, because I ended up skipping Syndicate when I did want to play that one. I'm at the point in my life where I'm open-minded to an Assassin's Creed game again. Like, it being completely out of the public mind last year really did help. Like, they put out the SEO collection or whatever. Fuck that. No one cares.
Black Flag was not that great.
I didn't like Black Flag. Most people did. I get it.
Most people are weird.
Fair enough. Black Flag is fun, but it's just like, man, I did not want to play like a lot of that game. So like, and then Unity and then Syndicate were both, well, Unity specifically is rough around the edges. I don't know. I think they've taken enough time off that they can make something really cool now. Public is ready for a new Assassin's Creed game. How about that?
Sure.
I think Ubisoft is ready to make one. Hopefully it's not bad.
I think they're ready to make one if it comes out like 3 years from now and they're starting.
They're completely rebooting the
if
franchise.
they're starting now. Sorry, if they're starting now, then yeah.
Like
3
5
years
years from
three
now,
years
it'll
from
be
now.
ready, kind of.
However, if they kept going when they said hey, we're not going to have a new Assassin's Creed for a while,
Yeah.
or whatever they said,
And
Yeah,
like
they said they're going to take a year off.
by for a while, they meant never.
and
My thing is, there could be like they could have learned a lot in their year off. I
right,
mean, probably
if they
not.
started even during their year off and it came out in a year and a half, it'd still be running.
Yeah, like they just took more time with it. I think it's more realistic to believe that they didn't take an actual year off. They just they took more time with this game because it was coming out. Assassin's Creed was a yearly franchise for like 5 years, which too much.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's effort for
It's too
it.
much for Call of Duty.
Because
too.
like 1 to 2 was like 3 years, and 2 is great. It's arguably one of the best ones in the series.
Yep.
So like I don't know. I think those games deserve more time. And to be fair, like different teams were working on different games in the Assassin's Creed series, but like whatever. All right.
So nothing has changed.
Yeah. Maybe the more time and polish would make it so that climbing stuff in this game doesn't feel weird still.
And maybe it won't have the worst PC port ever.
Yeah, hopefully.
But it's like the entire issue with that is you have several different teams, meaning things about the first game that ended up not working out so well would not be fixed by the second game.
Well, like that was how it became that's not how it was, right? So Assassin's Creed 1 team made Assassin's Creed 2, and then they made Brotherhood.
I'm talking in general.
Okay.
Not as in
I got you.
number 1 to number 2.
Yeah, like the Call of Duty problem where some games don't have features that people liked in the previous year's game.
Do you think-
because 3 different teams are making these?
Do you think that the new Assassin's Creed game
Here we go.
will be an open world and have towers that you climb up? And
Absolutely.
Then leap of faith off of into a hay barrel.
Yeah, I think so. I
Are
think
there
we'll
hay
have
barrels
those
in
things.
Egypt?
4 out of 10.
And Egypt barrels in Egypt 4 out of 10. Are there hay? Is there hay in ancient Egypt?
Basically, what you're telling me is that they're making exactly the same game.
Yeah, I mean, like the big points are going to be the same,
So, like during the story, you're gonna
but like the big points aren't bad.
something's gonna
inherently.
happen that will require you to go and assassinate a major character, and then you will have to gather some intel, go to wherever the fuck they are, and then kill them. And
That might- but, like, that
when
might-
you kill them, they will have this weird monologue in a white space with the assassin where they say like their whole motivation or curse them out or whatever. Then they die, and then after you've
Curse them out. Yeah. that
in
happens.
in the game world, you've been sitting there looking at this person that you just stabbed on the ground for a good like 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Then you get up and time restarts, and everyone then comes to try and kill you, and you have to then get away.
Your consciousness is blend. That's not actually.
And then you come out of the animus.
But like, what if none of that's there? Like, what if it's all in the animus? What if
the animus is over now?
Yeah, what if like
What if the animus is just over now?
what if it's just in ancient Egypt?
I mean, I guess I don't care because I'm not going to play the game anyway.
No,
Yep.
what if it's just modern and the animus is over now?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that would. People have been asking for that, but it's rumored to be in ancient Egypt. Apparently, there is like an animus situation. But I'm saying like, I think you can keep the structure the same, but you can change the format. Right? Towers and climbing and leaps of faith can still be there, but it can still be new and different and interesting.
Yeah, like if they inverted gravity and the entire world as a result.
It's Gravity Rush is what we're making now.
So I did play
No,
some Black
no,
Flag.
you see, Gravity Rush still has buildings coming out of the earth. The buildings this time will be going into the earth.
Oh, okay.
And so
Got
you have
it.
to climb everywhere and you'd never be running.
Okay.
So I did play some Black Flag. And
Okay.
while I was playing that game,
You hated everything. I understand.
no, I didn't hate everything. There were parts about it that were all right. But
But you hated those all right parts too.
the best part about Black Flag was the parts that you were not in the simulation. Like when you're walking around that
The first person walking game.
Abstergo office building.
Everyone hated those parts except for
That's
me.
my
I liked
favorite
it.
part of the
Yeah,
game.
I liked it. I thought it
was
was
when
cool.
you're walking around and he was like, "Hey, here, this weird janitor guy keeps giving me access codes. I'm gonna go check out what the fuck's in this guy's director's office."
Yeah.
Then I had to escape out the window. This is fucking riveting gameplay. That was the best part of the whole game. So as long as like the whole of the next Assassin's Creed is
the first
that,
person walking game.
yeah, then I'm in.
You guys are infuriating me now.
I'm sure. I don't know. Yeah, well, I'm done for the day, says NATO in our live chat. In my heart of hearts, I think there's still room to like an Assassin's Creed game. Man, if Evan Wall were here, he'd be saying stuff like good and cool.
Yeah. The parts when I was walking outside of the Animus, those parts were great. Then when I got back in, I thought in my head,
This is great.
wow.
Negative, wow.
Evan and I have been like trying to hang out for like the last 3 weeks, but he keeps like getting called into work or like it's like, no, I can't work that
Do you
night.
think if I FaceTime Evan Wall right now?
He would probably answer and be like, "What's up, fuckers?"
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry, I'm drinking wine on my dad's yacht.
You know, you're like, hey, we're doing Irrational Passions. And you're like, what's that?
I don't remember you, Tony.
I've been to his house.
I know. His dad remembered. His dad sent me a Christmas card. Just like, I mean, like Far Cry 5 is probably going to be a similar structure to the Far Cry games before it. But like, I guess there haven't been 10 Far Cries.
Mm-hmm.
So
There have been way too many Assassin's Creed.
there have been way too many Assassin's Creed. I don't know. Time, absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Do you think that it'll come out and it'll just be all samurais instead of assassins?
I'd be okay with
and
that.
they just like reading it like
Samsasins?
Samurai's Code.
Yeah. They just like insert samurai verbiage into the
It's
Assassin's.
just Neo too.
I don't know. What's your temperature on Assassin's Creed and option?
I'm just thinking about like whether you can like grasp what it lost. Not really as far as like acclaim. Like I know people like the series and everything like that, but I don't know if it could go back to its former glory. Being something like literally in it and like innovative or something like that. And like especially like this year when everything has to be compared to like Zelda or Horizon Zero Dawn. If you're an open world game at this point.
The thing, like
So,
any open
it's a
world
hard
game
thing.
is like dead on arrival at this point. Like Shadow of War is like they did a thing where they talked about their open world. It's like, yeah, but like fucking don't lean into this part of this game. Like this open
If I
world
climb
game.
that wall, then I don't care.
Yeah, it's like Shadow of Mordor was an open world game. There were two like open spaces you could go around and it was fine. And the world was a means to like the cool actual intricate mechanics of it. It's just like don't lean in, don't talk about that. Just tell people like, hey, look at all this army stuff that you can do, and it's also an open world game. It's just like that can't be the beginning of your marketing in a year where Zelda came out.
Right. It would be if we were going back to the NES era. Oh man, I just made a new platformer.
Yeah, it's like
You see all these platforms and see all this running and jumping you can do.
it's like no, you guys, no, not this. There's like one really good one of those, and we got a not. Yeah. No,
And
that's-
then there's like 125 other shitty ones.
yeah, exactly. No, that's a good comparison.
Do
It's
you-
just this is not the year for it.
This is kind of a different like subject entirely.
Okay.
But do you still have like that draw to go explore the Zelda world?
Yes.
Like a lot?
Not a lot, but like I will still like nostalgically think about seeing things in the distance and remember that I haven't gone and checked them out yet.
Gotcha. Nabishin?
I still haven't beaten that game, so sort of.
So yes. Okay. Because I'm thinking like
So sort of.
for me, like the reason why I haven't finished Zelda is because that kind of played itself out, in my opinion. Like I've done enough stuff in that world where I'm just kind of done exploring it, and me doing the story stuff in Zelda was kind of just a consequence of me exploring. So I wonder if they put out another Zelda game like next month that's exactly the same mechanics and everything as this Zelda game, but the map was different. I probably wouldn't play it.
Yeah, like they can't just do this again.
Right.
I think they could and some people will be happy, but I think like the novelty of this Zelda is that it's the first one that did this.
Yeah, and I think even if it came out like 2 years from now and did exactly the same thing, I would probably play it because it had been long enough, but I wouldn't be as excited about it as I was about this one.
That's what like they've put Zelda in this very weird spot where it's my thing is like they made a Link Between Worlds, which we all liked, and that's like great, and that's a great half step because it still has the kind of Link to the Past formula around it, but it also has like the freedom that Breath of the Wild would then like go full in on. And like that showed to me that they know how to pull it back enough if like the next time they went around they want to make something that maybe Scott would like more, like that's a little bit between Skyward and Breath of the Wild. Skyward Sword, I should say, not Skyrim. And it's like more narrative, more time on that, more like characters specifically, but still open to some extent. Maybe like somewhere like a Link Between Worlds.
Open to the Link Between Worlds extent.
Yeah, like something like that. So I think like they had the potential to do that. They understand like where to go next, but like I have no idea what they're thinking is the thing. And like after Breath of the Wild is clearly done so well, it's like
it will definitely be tough to follow up that game.
Yeah, that's maybe the hardest Zelda game to follow up.
Here's a question for you, Tony. Like, how do you compare Breath of the Wild to what you played of The Witcher?
They are in essence pretty similar. The Witcher has, I feel like, more like nitty gritty like gameplay going for it, and there's way more narrative in The Witcher. Which, if you ask me to compare The Witcher to Breath of the Wild, I would put The Witcher above Breath of the Wild. Okay, I like that game more. But I think that there were a lot of things in Zelda that are similar to things in The Witcher that are really good, like being able to go throughout the world and finding things, and just like the emergent gameplay of just exploring the world around you that exists in both games is really cool. But for me as a player in general, when you tie that into the narrative of the story and give characters motivations other than like, hey, this princess told you to save the world 200 years ago. Cool.
100 years ago.
Excuse me.
Thank you.
100 years ago.
I've been playing for 100 years, so it's 100 years of my...
Link, grab this Sheikah slate. All right, see ya.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a difficult thing to talk. I feel like we're gonna have this conversation for the most part at the end of the year.
Yeah.
That's why like I don't want to necessarily spend too much time on it because we still have more news to go through.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a non sequitur, but it's like a good point. What like just to put my hat in the ring there real quick is like Zelda brought out this kind of merriment to exploration that I have never felt.
Well, to be fair, the world of Zelda is a much brighter world.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not saying it in comparison to anything,
Yeah.
but like I mean genuine like jolly trotting through the forest merriment to just going to a place and looking at it.
Sure.
That I've never felt in a video game before. No game has ever brought that out of me. Of all of the open world games that I've played, I've never like seen a thing, done the Skyrim thing of like, you see that mountain, you can go fucking climb it. I've never felt that.
Yeah.
In Skyrim, what I did was, because all the major villages are on your map, I was like, I'm just going to go to this village and maybe and I would try and take the shortest path to that village. Like I would not like to spend a lot of time in the world between that because I liked walking around the towns and talking to people. But Zelda, with me, it's like I want to take the longest path to this place because even for me, the part where I get to the town and I walk around and talk to people is fucking great, and the part where I am walking to that town is also fucking great.
Yeah.
So it's different. It affected me very specifically, and I think other people have had that effect, and I think those people kind of feel in the majority, and maybe it feels like, or they're at least the loudest. But like I think assuming that everyone likes it and everyone had that experience is false. Like obviously we have 3 people on this podcast that didn't have that experience.
Kind of, sorta. It's that part is the best part about it. That in and of itself is the best part about it. My argument is that mostly comes from someone who's never had that experience before, which is your case, between someone who's had a lot of that experience before, in my case.
Yeah.
And the bridge that the game has in trying to get you there.
Yeah. And I know like that's definitely like you always, Scott, you always bring up like it's a lot on the player to kind of bring this to the game. But like I will say the way Zelda is designed,
it's designed to enhance that experience.
but like
it is to its fullest extent.
It's designed to. It has a visual language built in it that I understood, where other games their visual language was not either good enough or I didn't understand enough.
Oh, it doesn't come anywhere near close.
To come to what Zelda did. Like Zelda, I saw something and I got it, and it's not like I'm not stupid, but there is a way to lay things out in a world that like can engage people, and I think Zelda just has done that the best.
Like when you just randomly decide to interact with this rock. Yaha!
Yeah, and Quarks come out.
Yeah.
What did you say, Namashini? You got cut off.
I said 100% agree.
Okay. But like I want to table this conversation for later because we really do have a lot we have to talk about on this show still, and we could talk about this for the rest of the show easily. And it's like a conversation I like to have. I'm always down to talk about Zelda. I just want to throw out there, the Crew 2 was announced.
Cool.
Who cares? Literally the only person I know that played the Crew was Greg Blaney, and he even thought the Crew was all right.
It was middling. At best.
I don't think he liked it that much. I think he played it because he wanted it to be good.
Yeah. It's a really cool idea, and I remember like when it was announced, we were all excited about it. It's like, oh, cool! Like you can drive all the way across the United States.
Cool. I did that in real life. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm good.
But then it wasn't the entirety of the United States.
Yeah, but it just ended up for me like it just ended up being another driving sim that just didn't look as interesting to me as like a Forza Horizon or something like that. Which I still have not ever played any of those because like it's still too intimidating. So I don't know. They could have learned a lot from the Crew, but fucking, there's gonna be a Zelda smartphone game.
Cool.
Of course, there's going.
Legend of Zelda Fates.
There was a Mario one. There's gonna be a Zelda one. There's probably gonna be a Metroid app before there is a fucking real next Metroid game.
Okay.
I think
a dress-up simulator with Samus.
All right, that's.
I think the real question is like, what do you think it's going to be as far as like mechanics? Like, is it going to be like this? Is it going to be something like? Is it going to be like a fucking like Hearthstone version of Zelda or something like that?
You know what
do you
I
think?
thought when this was announced? I was like, oh, they're gonna make Zelda Bejeweled. Like that was literally the only thing. Like in my head,
You
I was
can
like,
use rupees.
yeah, it'll be like a little puzzle, like
Triforce
match
triangles.
3 blow up like grid game.
So
like,
and
in my head, that's all I could see this game.
I'm just gonna go out there and say, hey, you know how the WoW app works, right? Where you have the missions, you have the followers and whatever, and you have the other thing. All right, so that kind of setup with Link as your only follower and maybe some items, and then
so you gear up Link and send him out.
Kind of
like
except
the
for
Fallout one.
Wait.
Except for you just go through dungeons. I want to say not Zelda 2 style, but I want to say the
Behind the back?
Link's Awakening cave style.
Okay, hear me out.
Yeah.
So you play as Zelda, but you just moved to the hidden forest, right?
Yeah.
And there are all these fairy kids there.
Sorry, there's just dust on the pop filter.
It's all right. So you move there, and you're the only girl in this whole forest.
Got it.
So
God.
you go and you pick Deku nuts, and you put the Deku nuts in hot water, and then you close the app. You come back a little bit later, and in your treehouse, a couple of the Kokiri boys have come to hang out. And they all have different quirks.
Alex needs this now.
I need this game. I'm gonna start crying if you keep talking.
But they're all called heroes. So you've got Sword Hero, who he really just wants to claim the world with his sword. Then you've got Breakdance Hero, who really wants to dab with the Deku stick.
This offends me, but also brings me great joy.
Then you've got Triforce Hero, who really wants to collect all 3 pieces of the Triforce.
Yeah.
And he really likes Zelda because Zelda's got one of those other.
He's trying to get some of that.
Mhm. It's called Notice Me Zelda.
I don't know. Like there's fuck you. There, like you could do an Infinity Blade-esque behind the back like slash game with Zelda.
I don't think those games work well.
You could do like simple dungeons. I don't think so either necessarily. You could do something like that. I don't know, like a fucking trading card game, like whatever.
Yeah.
For some odd reason, when I'm like they're gonna make a Zelda one, it's like, well, they know they can't make a top-down like good Zelda with touchscreen controls.
Yeah.
Like they know they can't do that.
What
Just like-
about those?
Oh, here we go. What's that Thief game that you played?
Sorry.
What game are you talking about, Namishin?
I don't know what it's called.
Hourglass?
Yeah, that's more like that's what I was thinking.
I hope it's not like Phantom Hourglass. I was also thinking in my head it could just be like a Spirit Tracks, the train minigame sequence. And it's like,
Almost guaranteed that they're going to use the Wind Waker style for it.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I don't think there's any other way to do it.
No, and I mean that'd be great. Maybe
Yeah.
you've just got a bunch of different pirate boats and you gotta send them out on pirate missions.
Maybe. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of room. Like, Zelda has been so many things across all of the games that it has been.
Actually, I think it would be fine if it would be a Spirit Dungeon run.
Like one of those.
Like, yeah, continual Spirit Dungeon run.
Yeah, like the thing about Zelda is like in Zelda there's one protagonist.
Yeah.
Like if you take Fire Emblem Fates for example, they rely on the fact that there are so many characters.
Mm-hmm.
And they made that into a gacha game where you can get a bunch of different characters and then you do the tactical thing of classic Fire Emblem.
Right, and that's how a Bejeweled would have to work as well.
Right, and so like say for
With
example
Zelda, there's not that many characters.
yeah, so they can't like borrow like the Puzzle Dragons aspect or anything because there's not enough characters. So it'll be something different than a lot of the games that you see very successful on the App Store. So it'll be interesting to see what they come up with.
Yeah. Stephen Coffin in the chat said, I was just going to see if the chat had any ideas. Stephen Coffin said Zelda Dual Links. That's a terrible idea. Yeah, I don't know.
Sure, run into the Spirit Dungeon with 2 links.
I think like Nabishin, yeah, the Spirit in the Spirit family, like the Spirit Tracks or Spirit Hourglass, like that kind of DS family of games. That's probably the closest to what it's going to be if they decide to do anything. I hate how those games play. Like, in my opinion, the part where you have to swipe on the touchscreen with a stylus to make Link slash his sword is just bad.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Also, another thing to throw out there, Life is Strange sequel is in development. They confirmed that.
Life is Stranger.
Life is Stranger. In my head, especially with how Life is Strange worked, the first game, I always imagined like Life is Strange to be like anthology, right? So it'd be like completely different place, completely different characters for the sequel.
Hope so.
I hope so as well. Like, because like look at it this way: like if you want to make another supernatural teen drama, fucking trust me, you got plenty of room to work with. You don't have to use the same people.
They could just use, the choice that everybody made pretty much at the end.
Yeah, but I hope not.
And then instead of
So I didn't make that choice.
I'm just saying they could.
They could.
But instead of having what is it, Sam?
Max.
Max
Max
is
is
Chloe.
big.
Instead of Craig, at the end of the game, at the power last game, they just have her related to.
Instead they give it to Charlie.
Right,
Yeah.
which is not who you play. You still play the old person, Brian.
Yeah.
That's a terrible
There
name.
were female
she-
characters. Like all the main characters were female.
When does Luke
And-
show up?
And she. Yeah, right. And she. I'm saying she.
Yeah, why do you assume
over
their
it.
gender based on their name?
I know. I'm sorry. You're right. That's
Fucking
fucking
animal.
me. I'm the worst. I can't
And
win
she
in
now
this
has to
conversation.
deal and try and convince whether the other person. I forget what I named them.
Craig and Brian.
No, that's the
The protagonist, the protagonist,
the professionalist
the dad
from last
antagonist.
game.
Okay. I feel like the name Life is Strange and the motifs of that original story lend itself well to just being new characters. Thoughts?
I agree.
Nabishin.
100% agree.
That doesn't mean that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah,
though.
Seth.
No,
So
I'm
we
just-
need Seth in the game.
Seth Cohen.
And that's what I'm just saying. That it could make sense for them to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, you're in general terms, Scott. You're right. They could like make it work from the most popular ending of the previous game. I feel like there's no way you do that and not like piss a good number of people off, myself included.
Yeah, good 3%.
Yeah,
Good 3%.
I'm throwing out the random number, but I'm pretty sure it was a massive. That particular one was a massive difference.
I think so. I didn't see because I did it like the day came out.
50-50.
It was 50-50, really?
It was literally 50-50.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's awesome.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a different decision.
Apparently, Life is Strange like sold like a lot.
It was free on PlayStation Plus, so I own it.
But like they
You bought it.
yeah, you bought it.
Did I buy it?
Yeah, you bought it.
Oh, I bought it on sale. That's what it was.
Yeah, you did buy it on sale. Apparently, because they like put out a number. There we go. 3 million copies have been sold. They said like paid copies was the thing. So they specified. So over 3 million copies is really great. That's actually way better than I thought that game did. Better than the first Tomb Raider.
And then they're like, "Hey, we made enough money. Here you go, free."
Yeah. So like, so it's going to be developed by Note Nod and it's going to be published by Square Enix. It looks like so they're kind of the same team that did the first one. So that's cool. I'm very, very, very excited. Props to those guys for making an adventure game that is different and had 0 quick time events. Fucking crazy, right, Telltale? What are you doing?
Someone asked for Mario Kart gameplay, so I'm just gonna put the Mario Kart title screen on the stream.
And I'm gonna stare at it.
Okay.
So what kind of team thing are they just gonna like annoy people with this time around? Everybody's gonna be fidgeting and dabbing and all that other shit.
Oh, there's gonna be so many dabs.
Oh, I hope so.
Hella is gonna be used again to an excessive amount.
I mean, like, if they're going to do dabs, the only acceptable way is to show an infinite dabbing. That's it.
Infinite dabbing.
Infinite dabber.
Dab.
All right.
Hello.
You've got me back on board, Scott. Brian and Craig's Infimidab adventure, whatever it's called. So props to those guys. But do we want to save Destiny 2 for last? I feel like we're going to have the biggest conversation about that.
We just got to talk about some NPDs.
Yeah, let's knock out some NPDs. Scott, do you want to read me the top 10 best-selling video games in North
Wait,
America?
hold on. First, number 17, because apparently it's important.
Okay. Scroll down with two fingers.
How about...
Yeah, 2 fingers.
19.
19.
All right. Number 20, Minecraft.
Fuck
How?
number 20. Because it came out on... No, that's this
That
one.
was, no, it'll be like number 2 this month.
Exactly. Number 19, Near something.
Automata, however you prefer.
Number 18, Honor 4.
Honor 4.
Scott is really good at scrolling on a Mac. Holy shit.
You see, this is why I don't have these. It's not because they're awful.
You're just bad at them?
It's because he's not good at gestures.
Do you not like using your fingers together? I know for a fact that you do, Scott. Continue.
I was at 17.
We can just go to the
1.
top 10.
Yeah, you
Like,
can go to battle. You can go.
Yeah.
You can go to
Number
Battlefield
16, Clancy Tom's
God.
Rainbow
See
Siege.
Tom.
Rainbow Siege.
Number 15, Lego Worlds. Number 14, Kingdom Hearts HD.
Damn.
So here's a question.
Yeah.
Is that 1.5 and 2.5 remix?
Yeah,
Is
Yes.
that one game?
it's one game,
Yes.
Damn.
one splash screen, so you can access 6 games out of that one thing on PS4. It's pretty good, actually. It's pretty rad.
All right.
Well,
And
4
number
games.
Kingdom Hearts
Lego
1
City
on
4
Undercover.
games and 2 movies. Yeah.
Number 12, Horizon Zero Dawn. Number
Game's so
11,
good.
Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Number 10, Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
Black Ops
Number
2,
9,
the
Overwatch.
360 game.
I believe the Overwatch
It
sales
went
on
on
these
sale.
lists don't include.
I believe it
PC
went on
sales.
sale.
Black Ops 2?
I believe it went on sale.
I think it became backwards compatible as well.
Totally what it was.
Right.
That's
It,
totally what
it
it
did
was.
that, and it came on sale, and it went on sale like everywhere.
Yeah, fuck.
So
Black Ops 2? Holy
8,
shit.
NBA 2K17.
Okay.
Number 7, Mass Effect Andromeda.
Okay.
Those people are all sad.
Number 6, Grand Theft 5.
Grand Theft 5. That's
Yeah.
better. It's upgraded from garbage.
I thought it was nothing.
It was nothing then garbage than Grand Theft 5.
Oh, you're right. You're totally right. Yeah.
Next time it'll just be auto.
At number 5, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Okay. That game is still selling. Who's playing that game?
Technically, I have a
Number
code
4,
for 3
MLB
copies of that,
MLB
or
The
3 copies
Show.
of For Honor.
MLB The Show. Okay,
And number 3, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
cool.
Number 2, Persona 5. Woo! And number 1, nothing.
Nothing. What's the new nothing?
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Right, poor Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So let's go here. So Persona 5 and Mario Kart and still Zelda at the top.
Yep.
And those do not include digital sales, right?
Okay.
Anything with the asterisk, so that
Yeah, because I know Overwatch has 2 stars.
yeah, also does not include Overwatch in that top 10 list. So, video game software dollars grew 6% versus a year ago, which is, I don't even know if that's substantial anymore. Let's see, where is the one about? So the Switch was the best-selling hardware in North America, as well, which is 2 months in a row.
Well, yeah, I mean, because they're only releasing enough consoles to.
Yeah, it's just like still over PS4 and Xbox
Well,
One, which
what
still
I'm saying
sell
is
very
like,
well.
if there was enough supply that everyone who wanted a Switch could just go buy one in the first month, then maybe it would be not that way. But people are still trying to get their fucking Switch 2 months later. So
True enough. Persona 5 experienced the strongest debut month for any title in Persona franchise history, with package dollar sales 5 times that of the previous best-selling debut, Persona 4. Not Persona 4 Gold and Shin Megami Tensei Persona 4. So the PS2 release. For Honor is apparently still doing well for fucking some unknown reason. Nintendo Switch led hardware sales, while Mario Kart 8, Persona 5, and Breath of the Wild drove software sales. Okay, just want to double check. I still had that quote. So let's see. Now, NPD does provide the best-selling video games of 2017 through that point of the year, which is pretty cool. I'm just gonna double check, make sure there aren't any other quotes I want to drop out here. Nintendo owned the top 2 platforms in unit sales, with the Nintendo Switch at number 1 and NES Classic at number 2. Look at that.
it's all strategic.
Yeah, it's all happening. Hardware sales did jump 37% from April 2016, though, which makes sense because there's new hardware out.
Yeah.
All right, so the best-selling games through April of 2017, so these are best-selling games of 2017 as a whole, are number 10, MLB 17, number 9, Infinite Warfare, Call of Duty, 8 is NBA 2K17, 7 is Grand Theft Auto 5, still. 6 is Resident Evil 7, 5 is Mass Effect Andromeda, 4 is Horizon Zero Dawn, 3 is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, 2 is For Honor, and 1 is Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. For Honor, now the second best-selling game of 2017.
Yeah.
And still no one's talking about it.
No one. You try and play online. Apparently, it's almost impossible.
You hear that, Nate?
Is it really?
Like on PC, I have a couple of friends who always try and play, and they can never find people to play against. Kind of like what happened to Disc Jam. I sat in queue trying to play singles in Disc Jam for 3 hours and didn't find a match.
Plus game. Damn.
Yeah, right? I know. So many people got it, and then I just tried to play. And it's singles, right? So like one other person queues up, and I'm good.
The opposite of Rocket League, pretty much.
Yeah, it's crazy. That game was fun, too.
Yeah. Let's talk about Destiny 2.
Okay.
This is it. So Destiny had its full unveil stream, or Bungie did it for Destiny 2 this past week. Game's coming out September 8th, just to kind of go through the basics here. Coming to PC as well. Although apparently the PC
Maybe at a later date.
is going to be different. It sounds like they said that much, but they didn't say when it's coming out. But we finally got to see gameplay. They talked about some things. There's going to be more strikes. There will be a raid. It sounds like a singular raid. They always refer to it as a raid. So I'm going to assume it's going to be one, but it might be available at launch or within a couple of weeks of launch.
Usually, yeah, I mean, the way that they've been doing it is like they don't just like drop the raid into the game. Especially even with all the expansions, they haven't done that. They will have the raid there, but they'll give people time to get ready for it.
Yeah.
Because people want to do the battle for world first and stuff. They've kind of put an emphasis on that in their social media strategy for the raids. Like when what's it called? Rage in the Machine or whatever it is.
Wrath of the Machine.
Wrath of the Machine. Raid came out. That was like 2 weeks after the expansion came out, so people could get their light up and everything. And then there was a whole big thing of like what fire team is going to be world first.
Yeah.
And then they did the same thing with all with the hard mode of the raid as well. So it would make sense in Destiny 2 for them to maybe have the raid in the game at launch, but not like open the mission for a couple weeks.
Yeah, and they didn't say what the raid was, what it was in regards to. I would imagine personally that it'll be related to the main story because they have like a new villain, new antagonist, kind of like what they did with Taken King. So big things like they showed the first mission of the game, which is the tower falling. Right, it looks like you're just max level in that, and
then you lose all your gear.
You lose all your gear. You lose all your abilities as well.
All you need to do is store all of your gear in Destiny 1 in the reef instead of the tower. And then you will get to keep it.
Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah, it looks like everyone was max level in that because they showed this mission. If everyone was max level, everyone was level 20. I don't know. I would bet the max level will probably be 40 from 1 to 40 again, but
it was 1 to 20 in Destiny 1's launch.
Yeah, vanilla.
So.
Yeah, but like maybe they'll have
maybe it's like 1 to 60, and then when the first expansion comes out, they bump it up to 70.
And then they keep doing that until it's
and then
115.
Then they do 80. Then they, for some reason, go to 85. Then they go to 90, 100, and 110, you know?
Yeah.
And all those 7 expansions.
I thought WoW was at 115.
No, it's 110 right
now. So there are going to be new subclasses, but it looks like the major classes are going to be the same. Well, there's going to be new
yeah, I think like
ultimates.
each... Well, yeah, they've redone a bunch of the ultimates. There is one new subclass for each... class.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything about a new class yet.
Yeah. So still Titans, still Warlocks, still Hunters.
Yeah.
But they showed off the new super abilities for each of them. It looked like because they were playing the Warlock in the demo. Obviously the best class in the game.
Debatable.
To be fair, the Warlock looked like it had some support abilities now that like
I think that they should, definitely have gone through and given each class the ability to do that because Warlock could never do that.
Yeah, because there's like an expansion. Like one of the abilities was like a field that made everyone powerful.
Yeah, like because when we were playing in Destiny 1, like if you had 0 Warlocks on your team, it didn't matter.
Yeah,
and if you had 6 Warlocks on your team, that was not good news.
Yeah,
to have a good raid team in Destiny 1, you needed at least 1 Titan and at least 1 Hunter pretty much all the time. Mm-hmm. More Hunters, up to 3 Hunters was great, but you wanted like at least 1 or 2. More Titans up to 3 was great, but you wanted like 1 or 2. So like ideally like 2 of each, right? So you kind of hit that, but the Warlocks didn't actually have a role to fill.
Yeah.
So like a lot of common raid teams were like, hey, we have 3 Hunters and 3 Titans, we're great. Or like, hey, we have 4 Warlocks, let's get rid of some of them.
Yeah, and like that's the thing, like balancing that out so everyone can feel like a little bit of responsibility.
Yeah,
will help not just the raids but also all the missions.
Yeah, it also like to be cool to see with these changes more variety within a class. Like say, because I was just saying like you need 3 Titans for this raid, but I'm assuming that each of those Titans is in Defender, so they have the bubble and the stuff that makes them viable during the raid. Or like a Hunter, you assume they're playing Night Stalker, so they have access to their whatever the special is called.
Yeah, the bow.
The bow, yeah, and the tether, so they can bring the stuff built into their class for raiding to the raid, because no one's going to play a Blade Dancer in the raid because you can't use your super productively against a boss because you're standing there with a giant electric knife and then they slam you because they have every single boss has that mechanic where if you get too close to them, they slam the ground, you die.
Yeah.
So hopefully that they actually add some stuff to allow new things.
The new like super abilities they showed were all pretty rad. Warlock had a sword called the Dawn Blade.
Yeah.
To see, and as someone who actually plays a Warlock, it was cool to see things from the Sunbringer class, or whatever it's called, Sunsinger.
Sunsinger, yeah.
Like when the guy playing would float in the air and aim down sights, he would say Angel of Lightning, he's floating, right?
Yes.
It's worth noting that the UI for Destiny hasn't changed at all.
So there is one big difference that kind of it's small, but it will annoy me if they don't change it. They reversed what side your reserve ammo and your in-clip ammo is. So now where your clip used to be is your reserve ammo. So it's like, it just looks weird.
Yeah, that could change.
Yeah, there are some big differences like between even the console versions and what they're doing with the PC to support mouse and keyboard.
Yes, but like the general UI, like they showed the item menu, like your
Yeah.
equip menu, it's the same.
Yeah.
They showed like the maps when it's like the circles for the planets, and you hover over with the fucking circle icons, the same.
Yeah.
And the HUD is generally the same.
Yeah, like the big difference that I'm talking about as far as mouse and keyboard is on the consoles for Destiny, the reticle that you're aiming down is slightly below center of screen. On PC, it'll be dead center of the screen, so
Yeah.
they have to move it all
Makes
up
sense,
and
yeah.
everything.
The Titan class or super was called Striker, which is a Captain America shield.
Striker is the subclass. It's in Destiny 1.
The super.
The super is Fists of Havoc instead of Fist of Havoc.
No, I'm saying the new one.
Oh, the new one.
It's called Striker.
Well, Striker is a class in Destiny 1.
Yeah. It's just this is what it's. Oh, why did it say Dawnblade? Okay, maybe they changed the name of the subclass. You can see here. So the Warlock is called Dawnblade. It's also the cult.
Oh yeah, so
the
it's showing you that I think they might have not shown the new skills for the Titan.
Yeah, so
they're just showing the revamped Striker skills.
Yeah, so Sentinel is
yeah, so
the
that's
name
the
of the
new
shield.
one. Yeah,
And then the hunters get Arc Strider, which is like a bow staff that they can hit people with. So it's kind of like the attacky base.
yeah. I was looking at some of
Super.
the new Titan stuff, and like Striker Titans are getting their supers now Fists of Havoc. So instead of Strikers could just do this thing where they like do a big AOE explosion of damage and that's it. Now they can do multiples of that. They can hit it a couple times, and they also, if you've seen like what's it called, Sun Titan, the guy,
Hammers, yeah.
yeah. Well, the hammer guy, there's an ability that you can use, like a perk you can unlock that allows them in their super to like do like a shoulder charge forward.
Oh, nice.
In Fists of Havoc, in the new Striker thing, that is something that's baked in by default. So during the duration, you can also kind of charge around like you would in that Sun.
Where'd you see these details? Was it from people that played it?
I was watching. There's a very popular Destiny streamer, Dado, who he plays Titan. So I was watching his coverage
Breakdown.
on.
Okay, yeah.
He went and played it, so
Yeah, I
figured
haven't-
he would know more than me because I never played Titan.
Yeah, I haven't gotten the chance to get like the specifics. This is just kind of broad sweeps I've been through here in the news.
So there's stuff like that. Like he was also showing that Striker Titans now have the ability to unlock a shield in one of two ways. Like they can, it's like an extra ability that you have just that can be used outside your super. And it has like two configurations where one of them, it would be like a weight or like a chest level barrier. So you could crouch under it. And then the cool thing about it was that it, obviously it's a barrier you can place wherever you are, and it acts as an obstacle and like in the world's terrain. And whenever you would go behind it, your weapon would automatically reload. So you could pop up to shoot,
Oh, nice.
and then when you go stop aiming down sights, you're back behind it, and it automatically reloads your weapon.
This is new.
This is a new ability for Destiny 2.
That's cool.
But it lets you use a mechanic that was in Destiny 1 that no one ever used, which is that you can, if you're using appropriately heighted covers, then you would have that cover system where if you aim, it would automatically put you above the cover to aim down your sight. And give you that kind of bonus, which no one used in Destiny 1 because no one knew that you could.
Yeah.
Because you can't, you would have to put yourself behind the right cover and all that.
Yeah.
And generally, that
It wasn't necessarily the best place to be in the encounter and stuff
Right.
like that. So that was a new thing. And then the other option for that shield was one that was just much higher. So you could create like a barrier on a door, so no one could shoot through the door, no one could throw a grenade through it, something like that. So there's new stuff that they're doing with the abilities to try and make each subclass more useful.
Yeah.
And it's cool to have just an additional like big ability that isn't your super.
Yeah, and that's like that stuff is really cool to explore and find out what you like and what works for you too. There's new worlds, right? They didn't say whether or not Mars and Venus will be still explorable worlds in Destiny 2, that it doesn't seem like they will be. So now Earth has the European Dead Zone, which is the biggest Destiny area ever made. It's twice as big as the biggest area from Destiny 1.
I'm pretty sure that was one that was originally planned for Destiny 1.
I think so. and it's like a foresty area.
Yeah, I think if you look at like the original Destiny reveal trailers and stuff, there's a moment in there where
It's like in a forest.
you're in a forested area, and then there's one fire team doing something, and then they meet up with another fire team like around the corner.
Yeah, I know
That's
what you're talking
in that map.
Yeah.
That was never put into the game.
So the others are Titan, Io, and Nessus. So Titan and Io are moons, and Nessus is like a created Vex
Cool.
planetoid.
It's a Borg cube.
Which pretty much, which is pretty cool. And they didn't go too much into it, but there will be. It sounds like legitimate side quests, and they're calling them adventures, which I think.
I hope I get to like live on my ship.
No, probably not.
That'd be fucking rad.
So you'll be able to find NPC characters in the world, and you'll be able to talk with them. They'll be able to give you quests, and the quests can be also related to like treasure maps and exploring areas and going into mini dungeons in the world. And those will have bosses and like rooms to go through, and will be like ambient in a way that Destiny 1's kind of patrols were not. And they also talked about like just genuine secrets in the world like that you can find by just running around and exploring that will lead to dungeons and bosses and things like that, which is good. It's something that Destiny definitely needed. And they're called like lost sectors. That's what they're called, like the hidden areas. And it sounds like the new tower equivalent where everyone is hanging out will just be in the European dead zone. So on Earth, in the area where you can go and trade items and sell stuff and do what you need to do, you will then be able to just walk from that area to the exploratory area of that world.
Now, by trade items.
I'm just saying trade items like to
Did
merchants.
you read something that I didn't?
No.
That'd be cool.
I haven't heard anything about player trading, but I'm just saying like sell and buy stuff. So that I don't know that last bit for sure, but that's how they phrased it in their presser thing. There isn't matchmaking per se in raids now, but there's something they're called guided games where like
it's like they added like clan support.
Yeah, so
you can like match with a clan or something.
There's an internal clan support in the game, so you can make a clan, and solo players can go through a series of clans that are looking for a raid.
It's a good preliminary thing, I guess, to look through before you turn to like what everyone used in Destiny 1 anyway, like Destiny LFG.
Yeah, there's a way to just get into a raid where you don't have to leave the game.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Which is great.
I think that people will still end up using services like Destiny LFG just because it's easy.
Yeah, it's convenient.
And it's easy to just like pull up an app on your phone or look on your laptop and see like exactly what people are looking for with the ability to put in text without having to use a console keyboard, you know? But that's cool to see that, you can just try and matchmake into a thing, but I probably wouldn't use it.
Yeah, I mean, like we typically have like in my experience with you, we've had like people to roll with.
Yes, that and like me playing solo, because I did a lot of that in Destiny. I would just find groups. It kind of depend on my mood. Like sometimes I'd find a group that needed everything taught to them and teach them how to go through the raid and do that. Sometimes I just wanted to find a group that was going to know everything, have done the raid a bunch of times, and was well above the light requirement for it, so we could just bang through the thing in an hour. Yeah. So that kind of stuff I hope has some kind of something in the guided games to help you get through it, but I kind of doubt that they'd be able to put all that much stuff in there.
You have like a clan descriptor that people can see.
Yeah.
So it's possible that if like your clan and everyone in it is a pro at doing the raid, you can say like, hey, we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Looking
that'd
for
be
someone
cool.
who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Right. And so I like there's room for that, but maybe it's not in there
I hope so.
From the get-go.
Yeah.
So they made big changes to competitive mode. The Crucible will be 4v4 now.
Okay.
4v4 only. So multiplayer is going to be smaller. There's going to be new modes. They said one. It's called Countdown.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like the only version of Crucible that people really got serious about were the 3v3s.
Yeah, trials.
So switching just elimination in general, because that's the one that kind of eliminates a lot of like the silly stuff that Destiny puts in their multiplayer, like the mechanics that don't really make sense for competitive. But that mode is hopefully they have more stuff like that that focuses a lot more on the team play rather than the like I'm gonna go kill as many people, play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Right? Like that, there's room for that, but not really in a competitive mode.
It sounds like that clan stuff will also apply to trials.
Yeah, that'll be
also.
cool.
Like the clan matchmaking. So there's going to be a beta this summer. It's going to have an expansion pass. That'll
Gotta
have
pre-order.
2 expansions. Beta is going to be open to everyone, but you can get into it earlier if you pre-order, which is
Gotcha.
pretty cool. And obviously your progress won't carry over. The PC version of the game will be through BattleNet, which is interesting.
It's cool.
It's cool. I mean, like, obviously Blizzard has good servers and
Yeah.
they know what they're doing when they launch a game.
Well, as far as servers go, I believe there are not going to be any dedicated servers for the game, at least on PC. It will still be like peer to peer, like it has been. But the Blizzard launcher, as far as that goes, like if Blizzard was going to pick up any game, I'm glad that it's Destiny because that means I'll continue to own every game on the Blizzard launcher.
Yeah. It supports 4K resolutions and uncapped frame rates also, so it sounds like it'll be legit PC port, which is awesome.
Yeah, that'll be great. I know it is locked to 30, even on a PS4 Pro.
Yes.
Which is kind of crazy, but hey.
That's it. That's just about all the general news stuff. And they showed a lot. That's kind of hard to go into. I'll say like tonally, like watching that first mission really reminded me of the Taken King. Like you can feel like, oh, these are the guys that made the Taken King. And you're going through the destroyed tower and you're like looking for the speaker, going through those areas, seeing it destroyed. So it was it's cool. So Nabashin, you were asking the chat kind of like what their thoughts were, and you referred to it as more of a Destiny 1.5. Is that the general temperature of the internet right now?
Yeah, that's the internet's like kind of like take of it really.
It kind of makes sense.
Like, Cause like what it really is like it seems like for the people who dropped Destiny at the beginning, it was like, oh, this game isn't what I want it to be, and it's like they didn't go back for like stuff like the Taken King or Iron Banner. Like they're specifically speaking to those people right there who played those Taken King, Iron Banner, but like I don't know, they're like reaching out to getting the people that they lost back with the new Destiny stuff. So it doesn't really seem like an improvement so far from the general internet temperature, at least.
It's a difficult conversation to have because like Destiny wasn't a failure. Is like at the end of the day, like it wasn't as good as it should have been from the beginning, but it became that good, right? And like I'm as someone who came in at Taken King, like it's weird for me. I think Taken King is more of a Destiny 1.5 because it is the same game but with cleaned up mechanics. Like,
yeah, I agree with that.
It's almost a remaster, whereas like Destiny 2 seems like a different game with different mechanics, but built on the original mechanics. But like also Destiny isn't a bad video game, even if it isn't a game for everyone. It is also a game that did well and should continue to appease the players that really like to play it. So it's in Bungie's position, I see like where they're coming from, and like this looks like just enough for me, right? Maybe if it was a little bit less, I would be more hesitant, but like I also feeling it and like the pacing parts of Destiny are the parts that I had a lot of problems with, like the time to get to loot, time to get to feel like I'm making progress, time to like my subclasses leveling up, time to me leveling up, that I am doing stuff that I actually find engaging and interesting, which was like anytime I'm doing the story modes, anytime I'm doing the raids, and anytime I'm doing like trials, those were really engaging for me. But like patrols sucked. These other like kind of ambient side quests sucked. But now they've learned all this stuff from Taken King, they can incorporate all those learned ideas into every setting in Destiny 2, and all those settings can have those ambient, cool things like the thing where you sacrifice one of the stones on the ship. I forget what it was called.
The Court of Oryx.
Court of Oryx, yeah. So like it's just a thing in one of the levels that you can go to. You can sacrifice collectible items you get there to do a round with a couple of bosses, and you can do that with like just anyone hanging out in the world. Like there's room to build that into every level in Destiny.
Any one of 12 people in your part of the world.
And maybe like there's room to improve that as well.
I hope so.
And, so like, but those are things it's hard to know until I play it.
Yeah.
And see it in front of my face. Like, how are adventures? Are adventures genuine side quests, or are they like go here, a guy tells you to do one thing, you do the one thing, and it's over? Or is it like there are bullet points on here that you're kind of going through multiple motions? I don't know. I won't know until I see them in front of my face. So,
and I think Destiny should get a little bit more credit than it does. Even though it more or less is like a failure, more or less. It did bring out a new genre, and like they started to do like somewhat new things. Like sure, you can say it's from MMOs and stuff like that, but this is more from like a console's perspective about like bringing the social aspect. Like what's the genre called? More or less like a social shooter or something like that. I don't know, but like I just think like it gets shits on and like and deservedly for at first obviously, but like I think it like kind of redeemed itself with Taken King and I obviously with Iron Man here as well, like the stuff like done.
Yeah, I agree with you now. That's what I'm saying. Like, let's give Destiny a little bit of credit in the fact that it is not a failure. Like, and more of that game, even if it's like, the weird thing for me is like it looks the same, down to the UI. It's like I understand they probably had a conversation. It's like, well, it's not broken. We don't have to fix it, and that was kind of the end of it. But like that kind of stuff does make it feel weird as a Destiny 2. So
It's the big ass too.
It was a big ass 2,
Real
as well.
big.
So it kind of feels like it's kind of held back by stuff like that. But if it is at the end of the day a better Destiny and it is more open and more accessible, like if like you can get into it and do all of the coolest stuff about Destiny much easier, I think it is a rightful sequel to that first game.
Yeah,
because all that stuff was so bad from the beginning.
I think a lot of the stuff that like a lot of people think the reason why they say like, hey, it's Destiny 1.5 is because they made such a big fuss over like, hey, we're not going to carry your characters forward, that kind of stuff, where like your items and equipment aren't gonna come to the next game, and like that sets the playing field for them to really mess with a lot of the core things about that game. So a lot of people were expecting like, hey, maybe there'll be completely new classes.
Yeah.
I mean, there would probably
that was
keep
another
at least
thing.
those, but like at least like one new class,
Yeah.
or like change them to the point where it wouldn't make sense to keep the items, because the way that the things that they've shown are kind of on par with the changes that happened between Destiny and Vanilla and Year
And Taken
One
King, yeah.
and Taken King, where they didn't get rid of anything. Really, you just logged in and the game was a little bit different, and you had some new options.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I see as the difference between like I was saying before, the new stuff that the Striker has and what he had before. A lot of it's actually pretty much the same. Like you still have the shoulder charge, you still have all that stuff, but they've changed or tweaked parts about that class that kind of make it feel like in some cases more of just a balance patch.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
That like kind of core stuff only being kind of with not having a lot of substance, or there not being a lot of it, kind of is, in my opinion, like where people come from when there's like this is more like Destiny 1.5. They just kind of took these systems and where they could have taken things that started off as things that weren't great or things that were broken, instead of completely redoing those, which they gave themselves the opportunity to do. They just kind of they tweaked them to the point where they were just okay.
Yeah.
And obviously we'll see as more details come out, but I personally was expecting them to do more with the chance that they gave themselves here.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that.
especially with like pushing the game back a year and doing all this extra stuff with Destiny 1. So
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that they're trying to change is the structure of it all, right? Like it's kind of like that the conversation we had about Assassin's Creed, right?
sure, but they really didn't. Like the interfaces are all the same.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
The navigators the same.
I'm not saying like the physical structure. Well, the
Background, everything that's
everything
that
other than
supports
the
it.
gameplay.
Yeah, like the gameplay, and like to be fair, the gameplay is the best part about Destiny.
Yes, it was the best part about Destiny 1, and I think their shooting is fine.
The loop of Destiny, like the actual like you said in your comparison with Assassin's Creed, are there still towers that make points on the map? Maybe they're trying to change it so that they're like the towers are gone. Like the thing that was like the frustrating part of Destiny's loop is gone.
But like when I hear when I hear that like the navigator is going to be the same, then it makes me think that still the main loop of you not being in the actual environment of Destiny is that, hey, I'm, maybe the tower is still, for example, right? When you go to the tower now, you open the navigator, you click on tower, you hit go, you go to the tower. How is this going to be different in Destiny 2? Is it still going to be a thing where now instead you go to the Earth, you pick a specific spot in this social space? You look at the map of Earth right now in Destiny 1, you see a bunch of missions. Look at there in Destiny 2, is it just going to be like, hey, I select this area, then I go and fly in my loading screen ship, for 15 seconds, or hopefully, it's not super long. And then I show up in this town, right? Like, and then I'm there. Like, if that's it, then they didn't really change anything.
But like my thing is, again, structure. So like you go to the town, you get your mission, then you walk to where the mission is. You
That would be
start
great.
the mission. Like,
Yeah, like-
that's like, it seems like those were the kinds of structural changes that they're trying to make. And now like you're on Earth and you need to get to a mission that is on whatever Nessus. You can go to Nessus from Earth. You don't have to go to orbit, select Nessus, and go.
What I'm worried about is that they decided not to go with dedicated servers, which a lot of the things that people want from Destiny come from having dedicated servers, where like you could be in a town and since you're already on the server, you could just walk out.
Yeah.
We're in a game where you don't have dedicated servers, you need to matchmake into a server. So that's why the loading screens take forever. That's why you have to go select a mission, and then even if it's a mission that jumps you into a social space, you have to load into a specific client side peer-to-peer server that is currently up, and then you go into that, then you're in there, then when you get to the part of the mission where you're on your own, it kind of phases you out of that world.
Yeah.
And if everyone else that's in the game leaves while you're in that social space, you become the host of that world. Everyone else phases out and more people can join in.
Yeah.
A lot of that is stuff that is only there because they didn't use dedicated servers, and them continuing to not do so leads me to believe that a lot of the gameplay stuff that people kind of were irked about in the first one will probably continue into Destiny 2.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like my thing is it's hard to know right now.
Yeah.
Like it seems like a definite large improvement. I can't say it's like a massive improvement. I can't say it's an improvement that Destiny needed. But it looks like, as a fan of Destiny, it looks like something that I'm going to have a lot of fun with, which is good. Like, that's good for me. I wanted them because like I was all in on Destiny 2. We talked about it. Most of us were, or you and I were.
Yeah. I'm still excited to play the game because I liked Destiny.
And what they showed me got me excited.
Yeah.
In some surprising ways too. So
I think that like a lot of it just feels like it's more of a half step than what they could have done.
yeah.
Because a lot of it is, they had to redo. Hopefully, they redid a lot of stuff with the engine because it was already garbage. And that could be building blocks, But I feel like the attitude that they have with Destiny, where a lot of the time they'll refer to, as like they originally pitched it as like a 10-year plan where they were going to keep reiterating and making it better over time. I feel like they can't really use that as an excuse anymore.
Yeah. I feel like that's gone now.
Well, because there's still things that they're saying in interviews about Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Is that like, hey, we didn't, specifically about servers, like, hey, Destiny is this 10-year thing at this current part of the 10-year plan. We didn't really want to go with the cost of doing a dedicated server and everything, so we decided to continue with peer-to-peer.
Yeah.
So like that, I feel they keep using that as an excuse, like, hey, eventually we'll have this, but it's not there yet. Like crossplay. They also said this pretty similar thing, like eventually we'll probably put this in there. It's something that's definitely on the table, but it's somewhere down the 10-year plan, not necessarily right now. This is, again, I'm paraphrasing from quotes from a Bungie guy speaking for Bungie about Destiny 2. So it's a lot of things that they should have just done and should have been things that were, if they're going to make a new game, push it back a year, call it Destiny 2, say that they're going to do all these changes. That's just stuff that they should have done instead of saying, hey, this is on the table for maybe later.
Yeah, you're right. And like, I think the reality is that doing that stuff would have taken another 2 years, 3 years.
Maybe you don't put the entire team on a new game, push it back a year, and then kind of just dribble out other content for the game that you're still trying to maybe fix.
Yeah, I think
so.
The reality of like Destiny there needs to be a Destiny happening always is the reason why there aren't as big changes to Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Because like they could either have just let Destiny 1 trickle off and then die, put out Destiny 2 3 years later.
Yeah.
Or put this out.
In another interview that I was reading, one of the guys from Bungie was saying that they asked him a question if their partnership with Blizzard and Activision would lead to any like collaboration between the two, because obviously you see like how much difference that made for other companies that have gone to work with Bungie, or rather work with Blizzard. And the guy said, like a lot of the people at at Bungie, they idolize the people at Blizzard and the way that they run their games and stuff. And that'd be really cool to see them working together to make Destiny better, because they've done, Blizzard has done that for games in the past, and Blizzard is probably the company to look at as far as games that take place online. So that, and they said like that we would be open. They said basically they're open for anyone to make suggestions, but they're not in a direct partnership with them, which makes sense. But it'd be cool to see that happen.
Yeah, and it could be that it is happening. They just don't want to maybe forfeit that idea right now. So I don't know. Where are you at with Destiny 2, Nabishan?
Oh, it's not something I'm interested in.
Okay.
So like it's weird. It's just like with Destiny 1. Like I'm so fascinated by it. Like I'm super excited to hear like the kind of funny game cast with Sean Finnegan and Alfredo Diaz, because I know they're gonna just go off about Destiny as far as like because that was their bread and butter more or less for like the last few years now. And like I just like I love hearing about Destiny. I like hearing about the story around Destiny more. I care about the game itself, which is weird, but like
I was like I watched that little press conference that they did. I was really excited at the end of it. I was surprised at how excited I was. Like I think I felt the same thing that a lot of people felt, not as bad, because I had my expectation a little bit more in the right place of like maybe this isn't as big a thing as it should be to bring in as many new players as Bungie wants. But I liked what I saw. I'm excited to play it. I'm excited to have our crew back together and playing together again. And that's really like I've already thought about or partially decided on getting on both Xbox One and PS4 as well. So I'm gonna be able to play this with a different group of people, like Joe and all them, and Tyrone and whatnot.
Joe and Tyrone
and Jeff Chorney.
But they'll be in Scorpio though, man.
Yeah, it's true. It's good. It's a good thing Scorpio is a completely new console, so I can't. No, but and NATO, he's also on Xbox.
I mean, he's just gonna be a man and get it on PS4.
He's not. He already said he won't. So
You can get it on PC.
He will get it on PC, but
he's
getting PC, Xbox One, so he's not getting it on.
At the very least, I think it should be cross-buy. Sorry, at the very least, I think it should be cross-buy.
Yeah, but it hasn't been that way in the past for other games. So like, there's no
PS or Xbox and PC.
Yeah,
because that stuff is only true of things published on the Xbox Game Store. Which this will not be on. It will be on Battle.net exclusively. So it's not even on Steam.
Sexy Beast Scott, by the way.
Huh?
Oh yeah, the chat was referring to you as a sexy beast.
Yeah. You think if we put Scott in a flannel and like overalls, he would look like a sexy lumberjack?
I think he already looks like a sexy lumberjack.
I don't think I'm big enough for that.
Do you have a temperature gauge on Destiny 2, Scott? Or you just not care?
25.
25 degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit?
25.
25.
All right. It was
25%.
It was Kelvin, actually. Crazy. Just 25 degrees above absolute zero. I mean, that's what that means.
Obviously, most people buy it on PS4 because PS4 has those timed exclusives. So people like NATO
and also you and I will be there. So
yeah, people like NATO who are being stubborn don't get to play with us, and also don't get these hot timed exclusive content stuff. So cool to play on an inferior console, but hey.
I'm not going to take that pretentious a stand, but
I will. Fuck you, NATO.
I'm like, obviously Destiny has become a very weirdly large part of this podcast.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about like taking a leaf out of the OK Beast book and doing what they did for Overwatch and having maybe like a separate Destiny.
I think what I might do is just program a bot for our Twitch chat that just when it detects an Xbox One Destiny 2 player, just automatically bans them for life.
Just it has a sensor. But yeah, I think
it's like Destiny 2 radars going off.
I think there would be room for us to spin our Destiny 2 conversation out of Irrational Passions into like maybe like a temporary Destiny 2 podcast that we did while we're in the heat of it, because that'd be fun. And I'm sure we could get some people on that. That'd be fun.
And as far as the Ghost goes, we got Nolan bot confirmed. For like the entirety of the rest of Destiny.
For sure.
So
rest in peace, Nickelbot. That's it. That's all the news. Excited.
Yo, get fucked, YouTube chat. Alex just closed it.
Oh yeah, I didn't even close that. We did get some tweets. Let me see if I can pull this up. over here. We only got like a couple that were pretty
I
dumb.
forgot I put a column up there for you.
Oh look, thank you. He did that.
Mostly for me, not for you.
Yeah.
But so yeah, as you see, it's right next to my hashtag IP300 column.
So remember, you can always tweet your questions at Irrational Passions by tweeting at IrrationalPod with hashtag IPQ. We will answer it on the show. JC Ramirez, our boy Silver PR, want to know if any of us Irrational Passions boys were getting in on the Overwatch anniversary event. Thank you, option for tweeting.
Yeah, still play
retweeting
Overwatch.
that with IPQ. I haven't played Overwatch in a little bit, but this anniversary event.
Did you play during the Uprising? Man, you missed a really cool event.
No, dude.
That player versus AI event was really cool.
Yeah, I heard, and like I've been playing dumb single player games and
None of them are dumb.
fucking being weird. So, but yeah, I'm always looking for an excuse to get into Overwatch. I just haven't found a good enough one for myself yet. But I miss that game. Like I've had dreams about that game.
When I play, I'll just start texting you like, "Hey, I'm playing Overwatch right now."
That would help. Like just knowing that somebody's playing, I could
Yeah.
jump. Yeah, but you're playing on PC, so you wouldn't play. With me.
No, I play on PS4 still.
Why?
All my cosmetics are there.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I had too many skins to not play on PC.
Fair enough.
I play on PC when like I'm in this Discord with all these PC people, and they're like, "We're gonna play Overwatch." I'm like, "I'll play one game."
Yeah, hit us up, Silver PR. Let us know if you want to play some Overwatch anniversary.
But just know, as soon as you pick May, I'm leaving the game.
What is it with this May hate?
I just hate May.
Great hero. Quentin Hoffman at Quantum_Arbiter says, "Why is Tony such a little anime boy?" Good question, Tony.
I don't understand this question.
I would like an answer.
I don't know. I didn't even know I was a cute little anime boy.
He did not refer to you as cute. He
I
says,
did.
"Why is Tony such a little anime boy?" I know. I just want to clarify that.
I'm pretty sure all anime boys are cute,
Is it because you like hentai so much?
but not all cute boys are anime.
Arrow gay?
No,
Do you like the
Is it-
ramen?
I do
Is
like
it because of
some
his
noodles.
Twitter profile pic?
My Twitter profile pic is me suited up.
It is now, but at the time of this tweet, it might not have been.
It wasn't probably.
It's from
Was it?
yesterday.
Wait, was it day? Yeah, it was. It was me suited up.
I don't know. Why are you such an anime boy?
I don't know. I think this is more of a question for you.
Why is Tony such a little anime boy?
Yeah, not Tony. Why are you?
Not
me.
I know, but like
Shelby?
you're part of this podcast. It would feel weird to answer for you. Maybe because Tony thinks anime is great.
Anime is pretty cool.
It has its moments.
Yeah.
You know?
Like when they came out with Keijo
All right.
and Yuri on Ice.
Yuri on Ice is an acceptable answer. Keijo is not.
Dude,
Busting
they do much
butts.
shit with butts.
It's too much for me. I will say Tony doesn't like sushi because he can't eat fish. So maybe that is a strike against your anime-ness.
I guess so.
There you go. Think about that.
Kind of
Quentin.
racist, but okay.
Hey, no,
Damn,
shoot, it's
Alex
eat or
O'Neill
be
confirmed
eaten.
racist.
Yeah, there you go. Nato Johnson says, "Alex, I know you're gonna miss Notice Me Senpai. Notice Me." He doesn't even say Notice Me Senpai. He just says Notice Me. But there's a new card game called Yu-Gi-Oh! And it has this
Delete
phone
this?
app called Duel Links.
So I don't even play that game anymore. So it's no longer a safe space on this podcast to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
You fucking nerd.
Tony sold all of his Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I did for like $160.
All of them.
Chump change.
$160, man. I would think you get more.
Yeah, I could have easily, but I just didn't care enough. I was like, just take these. I don't even want it.
Nato Johnson also at NatoJ18. He says, "Question for Tony." There you go. This is a fucking good enough question for you.
Let's go.
When are we seeing the solo Crota stream? Very good question.
Oh yeah, that's right. I haven't finished my getting Flawless Raider on my own yet. Because technically I should have gotten it, but then Crota glitched out, and instead of dying, I died. It's like I hit him all 6 times with the sword, which is what the requirement to beat him is. You hit him 6 times with the sword, and on the 6th slam, I died instead of Crota.
Yeah.
And then I didn't complete the raid without anyone dying. You know, I'd soloed the entire rest of the raid and the fight. So like since then, I just did like all that in one really long stream. Maybe eventually I'll get to it. I just don't have time, and I haven't played Destiny in forever. So like, it would be some work. to get
Yeah,
that
it would
done.
probably. I would say if it were gonna happen, it's probably gonna be like the week leading up to Destiny 2.
Probably.
When you're, like,
Yeah,
getting
like
ready.
because only need to do that. That's the only hard trophy I have left to get the Destiny Platinum. And then I just need to go like collect the ghost fragments, which is just time consuming and something that I decided I wasn't going to do unless I got Flawless Raider. So we'll see. Maybe like, yeah, leading up to Destiny 2, we'll get some Destiny hype going, but no plans anytime soon.
Nato Johnson getting real greedy with the third question says, stream cut out. I hate this question so much. Stream cut out when you were saying the highest selling games of 27 so far. I missed number 2. What was it? It was For Honor. Fuck you, Nate.
I don't think that was number 2.
Yeah,
It was. Of the year to date, yeah, it was
Year-to-date.
number 2.
Oh, okay.
Ghost Recon Wildlands is number 1, which also doesn't make sense to me. I honestly...
No, you want to know why?
Why?
Because, well, this may contribute to it. Wildlands and For Honor are part of a deal with NVIDIA right now, where if you buy a high-end graphics card from NVIDIA, you can get one of those 2 games with a code. So if that applies, then that's a lot of copies of that game that people, just kind of got for free with their purchase of a video card.
Okay, that might apply.
Maybe.
I genuinely I don't mean to disparage Ghost Recon Wildlands, even if that game looks a little boring to me. I don't know who's playing it. No one. I don't I'm not on Twitch all the time,
Less
right?
people than For Honor.
So I don't see all the streams and who's watching what or whatever.
Okay, hey, guess what? It's League of Legends.
Yeah, I'm sure. Still, but I don't know. I don't know who's playing it.
And PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
And Dota 2.
And Dota 2.
And
The ones.
CSGO.
Yeah, of course. Stephen Coffin at Scoffin Steven, which is a good Twitter handle.
Real good.
Says, how excited are you for Rime?
What's Rhyme?
Rime is a downloadable indie open world game.
I don't know about it, so.
It looks really cool. I'm very excited. I was excited about it when they announced it. What was it? The PlayStation E3 press conference from 2013.
That's why I don't remember.
Was it?
No, that was the European one.
Oh yeah, okay. It's coming to Switch. It's gonna be the same price on all of them.
I'm down for cool
Oh,
games on the
Switch is more expensive.
I heard digitally is gonna be the same price across all platforms.
I don't know if they can do that because of retail.
Well, let's find out. I'll search that. But it looks cool. It's got a really cool art style. And here we go. Rime will no longer cost extra $10 on Switch eShop.
Hey, that's cool.
That
Good
came
for
out
them.
May 10th.
Oh, I remember the logo.
Yeah. So you play like a little boy. It seems to have a little bit of a Witness vibe in that you're going around this open world solving puzzles, I believe, is the
now I'm less into it.
the kind of thrust of it. But I don't know. It looks rad, and it looks like it could be a good Switch game. When is this coming out?
Hold on. Is it solving
June-ish?
puzzles Witness style?
May.
It says May. Well,
Is it solving puzzles Witness
no, it is.
style?
It's not like the grid, all the same puzzle thing.
It seems more like Eco, if anything.
Yeah, it seems like blocks, moving blocks, and kind of general
Like environmental puzzles.
environmental stuff. It comes out May 26th.
See,
So that's
see,
next
that
week.
seems much more interesting to me.
This week, I should say.
Oh, holy shit. I should write down the bet. I just remembered that.
Okay, good. Yeah, it sounds cool. I don't know too much about it. I've just seen a couple of trailers. I know it was probably in like a little bit of development, hellish, but like I feel like every indie game goes through that at some point.
I just want more RPGs on the Switch.
Yeah.
So like that's
That one was a
mostly
little
what
bit
I'm waiting
special,
for.
though.
Yeah.
What?
It was like just a CG, and that was it. And they didn't really do anything with the game for like a few years, and then like PlayStation asked for their stuff back, and then like that's why it wasn't an exclusive anymore, and now it's like a multi-platform, so they can actually get the game done. So
Okay.
so
I didn't
like,
know
I just feel like that game's either going to be like really good or just like not what people want. It's either going to be one of those two.
Yeah.
I'm hoping
it's-
for a good though.
It's cool at the very least. Like it seems cool. It's got a good style. It's got the kind of style that appeals to me. So, I'm excited. It sounds like not much chance too. So we'll see. It could be a good airplane
I'll probably
game.
look at it.
To San Francisco. So, that's it. That's the only questions we had. If you'd like to be a part of the show, you can send your tweets at IrrationalPod, the hashtag IPQ, like I said earlier. Please use the hashtag because it does make it a lot easier to find. You can leave us a email at mailsack, mailsack at irrationalpodcast.com, or voicemail at 404-590-1337. Standard long distance fees do apply. Each of us are on Twitter. I'm at alfighter27, which spells as like it sounds. Scott is at WUTTHCHUZ. What to chuz? What?
It was so nice when Nobishin just read it and didn't care. He just
Nobishin
kept
read it?
going.
When did Nobishin read it?
When it was just me and him.
Oh, okay.
That one time.
That one time. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Nobishin is at NABESHIN186. I want people to follow you guys. Like, I want people to be able to follow you and tweet at you.
I mean,
Tony's at Tony Horvath.
I could spend like $8 and have 7,000 followers.
Yeah, you could. All one word. And they'll engage with you.
Yeah.
I like how Barrett's Twitter is still in here. He's not here, so he doesn't get a shout out.
Yeah. Fuck you, Barrett.
Follow the site on Twitter at IrrationalPod.
Garbage at Mario Kart.
That's when
Everybody tweet at Benagler.
at Banana
Garbage at
Chong.
Mario Kart.
Tell him you're garbage at Mario Kart, and he will be so confused. If you follow us on Twitter at IrrationalPod, you'll know when new articles and reviews go up on the site, when we're streaming, when new videos go up on YouTube. You know what's the most fucking heartbreaking thing of this computer thing?
What?
I was so close to finally getting the Extra Life videos done.
Oh my god, dude.
I don't have to start over because, again, everything was backed up. But
Okay.
I was so fucking close to just having it be up and done and just be done.
If you want, you can just give me those files or Scott, and our computers will have it done like that.
The one file that I had to cut down is like 27 gigabytes.
Easy.
So, but I don't have a way to get that to you. You're here. I could flash drive it to you,
That's what
but
I'm saying.
it's still gonna take like
Scott's
an hour.
always here.
Yeah,
That's true.
technically.
Scott-
Yeah, if you
Scott
just,
is
like
always
once
here.
again, if you need me to just process something, so long as I can do it in Windows,
There might be a
you
way to do
can you can drop it into our
At this point,
server.
like I don't remember when the two videos cut off, and I got the biggest one done, so the last two aren't that bad at all. I just don't have a computer to do it.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I will get them done.
so so basically, so long as most of the editing is done and you just need it to be processed.
So the video I gave you is like raw, so it doesn't have any of my edits on it. Those are all
okay.
on the files on my computer. So anyway, this is just an aside. Some other stuff, rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. It actually helps us out a great deal. VGEvo.com. Check out the podcast there that we are part of. Twitch.tv/Irrational Passions and YouTube.com/Irrational Passions, where all our video stuff is. I might just do some streams for my PS4 this coming week because I got like fucking nothing else to do. I don't have a computer, so like I don't know what I'm doing. So look out for those and tell your friends about the show. Word of mouth is the best way to spread the love. So if you tell a couple friends that you like the show, maybe they'll follow. Everything else is irrationalpastures.com.
Yeah, there's one time Scott told me about this show.
And now here you are.
Here I am.
Like, was I even the one who brought it up to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we were in
Oh.
computer science in our senior year, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Beginning of our senior year. You're like, I got to do this podcast. I was like, what's that about? And you're like, remember that guy who was in world history with you last year and he got sick like 7,000 times and was never there? And I was like, yeah, Alex, he's a cool guy. He's like, yeah, we do a podcast. And I was like, oh, that's cool.
You didn't say I was a cool guy. You're like, yeah, Alex, that guy's a fucking asshole.
No, he was, he was pretty open to
We
it.
used to be friends, remember?
Yeah. We're still friends, Tony. I still love you.
Nope.
It's just not mutual anymore.
Fucking touch me.
Fair enough. Let's talk about bets. Are we gonna do? We shouldn't, but should we do an E3 like a bets thing?
No.
Scott's like, no.
Are we
Definitive.
are we going to have a podcast before City 3?
Yeah,
Yeah. Still like a month away.
like a series of bets. Like we would do a bet, and then we would have everyone bet one way or the other on it, or have
To be super serious about it, like maybe like the winner.
No, a series, not serious.
How about instead of predictions this year,
We do bets?
we do bets instead?
We can do that.
And
Weren't our
instead of
predictions
having a
already a
bet
bet?
for every week and reading out results and whatnot, we just do the new bet and resolve them all at once when E3 comes out.
Yeah, we could do that. That could be fun. We'd probably have to collaborate on that Nobishin, though.
Sure.
Come up with some good ones.
Uh huh.
I don't want to completely comp the Easy Allies in game trailers, but E3 bets do sound fun.
Who cares? Our entire podcast is modeled after Giant Bomb anyway.
It's true. I mean, we're just an amalgamate of other podcasts. So
What is anything anymore? Nothing is original.
nothing is original. Nabishin, what's this week's bet?
Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final Challengers, comes out on Switch on May 26th, 2017. On the YouTube launch trailer on the Nintendo account,
Okay.
will the latest comment be? The top comment be? I should say top comment.
What was the specifics of it?
On the YouTube launch video on the Nintendo account, how many words will the launch how many words will the top comment be?
Not the most recent one. The top comment.
The
right?
top comment, yes.
Got it. How many words will the top comment be on the YouTube? All right, Scott, do you have a? We're just gonna have to go around the table. We can't type it in.
We're just gonna have to go around the table,
This is gonna be a challenging thing.
which means my insertion is going to be that much more annoying.
I'm sure it will be on the YouTube top comment. Okay, Tony.
1.
Okay,
It's gonna say first.
if that's the top comment, Scott.
Oh, we're doing this right now,
Yeah.
This is your bet right now.
This is your bet.
Oh. 3.
3-word top comment.
I'm gonna bet 18. I think I did bet the same. No, I didn't bet the same thing last week, which is also a word comment. Nabishin?
I had 17 already written down.
Damn it! I goosed you out. I don't know if that's.
I mean,
I don't know if that's ever a phrase.
For the max, but yeah.
Yeah,
Anything above 17.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or anything below 0.
If someone
I get it if it's negative comment words.
no, the
Yeah,
comment
but anything
starts
between-
eating other people's comments.
Anything like between 5 and 17, you get, which is a pretty good window.
Yeah.
Last week's bet, in the most recent standalone tweet from the, context for last week when I write the bet down, I didn't change the autocorrect from the official Nintendo of America Twitter account.
Yeah.
So now it says from the theological Nintendo of America Twitter account.
All right.
About Fire Emblem Shadow of Valencia. It's technically Fire Emblem Echoes Shadow of Valencia, just by the way. How many full words will be in the tweet? We did discuss that. Did not include hashtags or URLs.
I thought hashtags counted as 1 word.
In last week we specified that did not count. Hashtags did not count.
All right, that's fine.
We can always specify differently. Nintendo. What is the Twitter account? Nintendo America.
Yes.
All right. Is this the? Oh, it's the top tweet. That helps.
Yeah, I'm about to say it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh God, I lost count. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20.
What is the tweet?
The army of Celica's command is as powerful as they are loyal. Discover it for yourself in hashtag Fire Emblem Echoes. And Fire Emblem is a hashtag, so it doesn't count. Available now. So
20 words.
20 words. Which is Nabishin's bet, right on the fucking money.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I said 16, Scott said 5, Tony said 13, Nabishin said 20, and Justin said 8.
Nailed it. 3 weeks in a row.
Which brings our total to Team BBC 19 points. And Team Flot at 14, holding fast.
Woo!
It doesn't count. You're not on our team, Tony.
Yeah, but I did it last week too, so like whatever.
Fuck you. All right. That's good. That's it. That's the show. Thanks for coming to Maryland, Tony.
Yeah, I did it just for this.
Yeah, I appreciate
All
you.
right, that's the show. Peace.
Bye. And Scott just leaves.
Titles.
We haven't done
Scott, titles.
Scott, there's gonna be a titles part, and I have to close out the show.
Scott, you're also gonna bring the mic with you when you take a step.
Oh, he didn't. Thank you, everyone, for listening so much. I appreciate it. Sit down. Get in the goddamn seat. All right. Scott was creeping away for listeners at home. Thank you, everyone, so much for listening. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you to Danny Wiesner for your opening music of Two-Player Co-op and your closing music of The World is Saved. Nabishin, you have won Danny Juarez's love and affection for the next week. Do you have any final thoughts? Closing?
Yeah.
Okay.
To reiterate about like how cool the thing Phantom Dust was that Xbox put out for free. Or even just doing it in general. Like it's really hard to get something that's really niche and like something that didn't like set the world on fire to like get like so much even like get support in this day and age because everything is like next new thing and we don't really look back as much. But like when someone takes the time and actually puts it out there for people like to actually like even do, even if it's like not your thing, even if it's like something that like isn't like a 10 out of 10, like it's just like a 7.0 or a 6.0 or something like that. And like for a company to like invest money to do something like that, I think they should get like. It might not bring another sequel to it. It might just be like somewhat of a like brief nostalgia trip of just going back to that game, but like they did that.
Cool. Thank you to you guys, Tony and Scott, for joining me in person. Nabishin for joining me as always. I love you guys.
Gross.
I love you all, listeners, so much. Really appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Again, we are not going to have a show in 2 weeks, and if you are going to be in San Francisco in 2 weeks, Nabish and I will be there, and we would love to see you and hug you and hang out with you and do cool stuff. So keep that in mind. With that, thank you again for listening. I've been your host, Alex O'Neill. Play your games, stay rational. We will talk to you all next week.
Titles. You got Cornhub.
I forgot about Cornhub.
Hashtag IP5Q. Been playing a little PUBG. Roy's Boy LaCroix Boys. Rest in peace, Senpai. Possession Assassins. Far Cry, the caveman one. When they said for a while, they meant never. Notice me, Link Pie.
Oh my god.
Dab with a Deku stick. Infinite Dabber! That's a big ass, too. My Destiny 2 radar is going off. He didn't refer to you as cute. And Barrett is garbage at Mario Kart.
Barrett's so much better than all of us in Mario Kart.
He's so good.
I mean, I've never seen him win.
I have. Although Max Roberts also very good at Mario Kart. Shout out to Max Roberts. We're going to get him on this show sometime. But what do you guys like?
There are a lot of really good ones.
I like Infinite Dabber. It's very good.
Yeah.
I don't like that one.
You don't? Of course you don't,
Dude,
Scott.
he just wants to dab with the Deku stick.
That one's much better.
That one's really good. I'm proud of you, Tony, for that one. Just wants to dab with a moose.
Dude, Princess Zelda's just trying to make coffee with those Deku nuts.
Yeah, she is. She's trying to make some nuts. If you know, I'm trying to... Scott.
Wouldn't that be mutilation?
Never mind. Is that your pick, though, Tony?
I don't know.
Got to pick one here.
Do you think like they'd ever come out with a movie called just That's a Big Ass too?
I hope so.
Because that's when I saw that before reading it. I thought of that as like That's a Big Ass the second, rather than That's a Big Ass too. Like the number 2 is just big ass.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
Yeah. Then again, they'd have to come out with a movie just called That's a Big Ass first.
I think
so, like,
that's probably happened.
think so?
I hope so.
Do you think Eddie Murphy's in it?
As Norbit.
Yeah.
Nabishan, what do you like?
Infinite Dagger or Infinite Dabber or That's a Big ass too, because that's theme based for Destiny. We talked a lot about Destiny.
That was about Destiny. I thought we talked about a big ass movie at some point.
No, it's the 2 in Destiny 2.
It's a big ass too.
It's a big ass fucking 2.
I'm so stupid, you guys.
All right, let's end this podcast. I want Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A's closed.
Fuck, it's Sunday.
It's also Sunday.
Tomorrow.
It's also 10:31 p.m. 10:32.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's not like 7 o'clock when I'm done with these fucking shows.
Right.
My entire fucking Saturday.
Oh, whatever. I want to hang out with my boys.
My Roy's LaCroix boys.
Pick a fucking title. Don't make it weird. Don't make me yelling weird.
How dare you yell at me?
Don't give me that look,
How dare you give me that sass, O'Neal?
baby.
The 1 week that I'm in Maryland.
Just start screaming at this point.
This is the Irrational Passions podcast.
No, don't whisper it. Let's just do Infinidabber. I like it. It's funny. It makes me laugh.
Okay.
What I want, that's a big ass too.
All right,
That's
let's
a
do
big
that's
ass
a big ass too.
I like Infinidabber.
It's too
That's
late.
my vote.
You've been outvoted.
I vote for Infinidabber.
That's a big ass too. Scott, do you want to do the title with me?
I'm pretty sure that both of you and Navashin also voted for Infinidabber.
Yeah, but
That makes it 3-1.
I switched my
29.
So now it's 2-2.
vote. Nabashin,
29.
329. Nabashin, where are you falling on this?
I vote for both.
I guess we'll have to turn to the YouTube chat.
All right.
This is the Irrational Passions podcast, episode 329.
That's a big ass too.
Infinidabber!
All right.
Fine.
I'm going to cut out the 2 and put Infinidabber there. That's a big ass Infinidabber.
You can stop recording now. Thank you everyone for watching. We love you. Bye bye.